Hey everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be. It is I, Nomadic Kitty, otherwise known as Kiki. Some of y'all may know me as, and welcome to my channel. This is a live stream. I do try to do a live stream once a week or once every other week on this particular channel. Let me try to set my camera up a little bit, it's a little crooked, a little cockeyed. I try to do a live stream because it's just easier for me to do it live. But I do have shorts, I have videos, everything else. What are we going to talk about this live stream? We're going to talk about the music industry. We're going to particularly talk about the Grammys, just like the headline says. We're going to talk about the Grammys, why they matter, why they don't matter, how they've snubbed K-pop. We're going to talk about Jin's new album, Jin of BTS, if you don't know who that is. We're going to talk about Suga, the Suga updates. We're going to talk about HYBE, Hee-jin. So this is going to be a very BTS, K-pop industry, music industry centric type of live stream. And so if that interests you, then please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to give my opinions as somebody whose family have been in the music industry in the United States, of course, not in South Korea. So I'm going to give my opinions, my knowledge, expertise, so-called expertise. It ain't really expertise. And we're just going to talk about it. And so the first thing we're going to get into is we're going to talk about something good before we get into the deep dive of the Grammys, okay? I like I said, I know there have been a lot of YouTubers talking about the Grammys and BTS and the Grammys and K-pop and everything else, because the Grammys just released their nominees. Okay, so that's another thing. Oh, do I have something in my teeth? I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all see things in my teeth, it's because I have braces, and so yeah, it's a whole thing. Because it's a whole thing when you have braces. I do have braces, not Invisalign braces. But we're going to talk about something happy first. First of all, we're going to talk about Jin. Speaking of happy, we're going to talk about Jin. Jin has a new album, Jin of BTS. He has a new album coming out. He just released a single on November 5th called I'll Be There. And it is kind of like an old school rock flavor. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. You know, if y'all come on my channels, y'all know for me, I'm a rap line girl. I'm a hip hop girl. I'm a sugar stan. Let me just put this out here right now. This is a sugar safe zone. If you want to hear some kind of objectionable critiques about sugar, if you want to hear somebody dragging sugar, hello, baby T. Yo, what's up? You want to hear somebody dragging sugar? This ain't gonna be this channel. I am unabashedly a sugar stan. So you're not gonna hear anything objectionable. I will be objectionable, but all BTS members except for August D, Suga, minyoongi, whatever you want to call them. Do you get none of that? Can I have a shout out? Hi, Caleb and friends. Shout out. Hello, shout out to you. As y'all come in, make sure you thumbs up and like the video. I appreciate Army. I like to say Army. I love Army so much. Like, I'm new. And then also let me say that I'm new to all this. So we're going to start out with something friendly and light. We're going to talk about with Jin. Like I said, he came out with a song called I'll Be There on November the 5th. It dropped. Make sure y'all check it out. Y'all download, stream. You like the stream? Thank you, Caleb and friends. I really appreciate it, baby. And so Jin came out with a new single from his album Happy that comes out November 15th. I can't wait. Y'all please support BTS Jin. Y'all please support our boy Jin. You know, our Mr. Worldwide Handsome Jin. Please support him. If you go to HYBE, they actually have a Jin Happy highlight medley. So it kind of like gives you like just the beats and the medley of the songs. And like I didn't like I'll Be There. I didn't really like that song, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not my type. It's a very like upbeat, like 90s pop rock feel. And that's just not my genre of music. Again, I'm a rap line girl. But when I listen to this highlight medley of Jin's Happy, some of the beats on there is really good. And I'm a beats kind of girl. Like some people really like the lyrics and the way they sing and the inflection. I'm a melody, harmony, beat kind of girl. So I liked it. So that's why I like it. I thought it was good. So it's Jin is good. Jin is doing his thing. He's doing something different than all the rest of BTS members are doing. And that's always good for me. Like that's always good for me. And so again, it may not be my particular genre of music, but I love Jin. I love Jin. I love his energy, and I like that he's doing something different than the rest of the other members with his solo album. So I would encourage everybody, please go support Jin. Please go support Jin. Please support Jin. He's out here. He's out here working. He's been on Korean variety shows. He's done interviews. He's done Run Jin for, since they're not doing Run BTS, they're doing Run Jin. So he's been doing all kinds of things. And so uh I just report I just ask everybody to just support him, especially armies um out there. And so everything will be happy in army. So that's a good thing. And go listen to the medley. Go listen to the medley. Like I said, some of the beats is real, it's melodic, and I just can't wait to hear what Jen has to sing. And I support him. Like I said, even though I'm a Sugar stan, I love and support all the rest of the members. And then also right now in BTS land, if you there's a YouTube channel called Jimin's Shoulder that has been on a campaign. They're trying to get Jungkook and Jimin nominated for the Mamas, the Mnets and the Mamas again. I'm not really too hip on all, the Mamas and the Mnets and all that. I like some of y'all know about like the voting, but there's a channel called Jimin's Shoulder. So if you want to know more about that, if you look at their community tab and Jimin's Shoulder, it's a YouTube channel, and they're Jimin centric, Jimin stands. So they're trying to get like Jimin came out with an album, if you don't know, earlier this year. He had a song called Who. And hey, hey, you support Jimin. They're trying to get him nominated for like I think the Audience Choice Award for the Mamas. I don't remember which award they're trying to get him and Jungkook. I think it's the People's Choice Award or the Audience Choice. I just started watching the Mamas, and I've only watched clips of it. Like I've never watched I didn't even know what the Mamas was until like 8, 9 months ago about all these different. And by the way, the Mamas and Mnet are Asian, like the Asian Grammys, I guess you could say. So but the fans get to vote, and there's been always some controversy I've learned online about how the Mamas and Mnet do their voting, but that's neither here nor there. I could talk about that later, but make sure you guys look it up. Go to Jimin's Shoulder, look it up, and vote for Jimin and Jungkook. So that's what they're pushing right now. What else? We're gonna then. So we talked about Jin and his album coming up. Yay! We talked about the voting for Jimin and Jungkook. Yay! So the next thing we're gonna do is talk about Suga. Now, let me go back and just give you a brief synopsis for those of you who don't know. In August of this year, Suga was at a bar or a restaurant somewhere. He got on a scooter, which is basically like a motorized kick scooter with a seat. He drove down the sidewalk, almost got to like the front of where his apartment complex is. He turned a sharp corner and he fell over. Then all suddenly the police showed up. Don't get me into the conspiracy theories about the police. But supposedly the police patrol that area. I don't know. I've heard all kinds of things about why the police was there. That's neither here nor there. But the police, make a long story short, found out that he was drinking. Okay. He fell over his scooter, which I don't think had anything to do with him being drunk. I think he just turned the corner too sharp and he dumped over and stood right up. And so the police took him down to the station. They had him do a breathalyzer. They revoked his license. They released him or whatever. This has caused a big, huge thing in K-pop ever since August about Suga being on a scooter. Internationally, this has become like kind of like a joke. But in South Korea, people have dogpiled. There's thousands of articles that have come out about Suga. There was people releasing the wrong videos, the CCTV videos. It wasn't even Suga. And then when the final real video was released and people saw that it was like really nothing, a lot of us international fans, I'm an international fan, I'm in America, really thought it was much to do about nothing. But apparently this has still been going on in South Korea. So like a week and a half ago, somebody bought funeral wreaths and put it outside of HYBE, HYBE, which is Suga's record label. Funeral wreaths basically means that they want the person's dead. They want the person out of BTS. They've been a systematic campaign against Suga by the Korean media, by anti-BTS fans, and by other netizens to try to get, I guess, HYBE or BTS to kick Suga out because apparently he's besmirching the name of Suga. I don't really understand the logic of them wanting to kick Suga out of BTS, but apparently but he's apologized numerous times. He's doing handwritten apologies. He's apologized online. He released an apology on Weverse. He went down to the police station. He did the walk of shame in front of the press. He got up there and in front of the press in the flashing lights and bowed and apologized. And he looked contrite and sad and all of that. We thought things were going in the right direction, that, just give it time, things will blow over. And then the funeral wreath showed up. Then people have issued all kinds of bodily harm threats online. There's some chick that went live. There's some lady that went live on her live stream saying that she was going to unalive Suga, saying that she was going to find his telephone number where he lived and harm Suga. Now, granted, this woman wasn't even in Korea. She sounded crazy. I'm sure she throwed off. I'm sure as a Suga stan, she didn't want none of that smoke because Suga fans was in an uproar. Because, if you're going to get up on your live stream and talk about you want to unalive Suga, then I figure you want all the smoke. I figure but some of these people do these things on social media because they're clout chasing. They want attention. People lie and make up all kinds of stuff online, y'all. Some people are just mentally ill. But a lot of times these people do this for attention. So I didn't really take the chick seriously that she was up there threatening Suga. They just unnecessary, Jackie said. It just doesn't make sense. Kind of reminds me of the death threats that Jimin got. When I found out that Jimin got death threats a long time ago, let's talk about that. I'm new to all this, but to go back and watch videos in the story about BTS, and there's a video out there where he was sitting around in an interview, and apparently he got a death threat on his phone, and the look on RM's and Suga's face was so heartbreaking to me. And the look on Jimin's face, I don't understand why Jimin got death threats. I don't understand why people they had to postpone a concert or cancel a concert in my home state of Texas because somebody was issuing death threats against Jimin and BTS. Why? I don't, Jimin ain't never hurt nobody. Jimin ain't never been drunk nowhere. He ain't never assaulted nobody. Jimin I don't understand that whole thing years ago. Back in 2017, 2018, Jimin was getting death threats of BTS. Why somebody would do this to him? I don't get it. Jimin never, I don't understand it. So maybe some of y'all can explain it to me. I wasn't there. I wasn't a fan then. Hi from Australia. Hello, John. Hello, Golden Butterfly. So yeah, I don't understand why Jimin got death threats. The Suga thing, I don't understand why he's getting death threats. So now people are like, it was so bad. Again, I'm getting this information from a YouTube channel called Kim Korea TV. If you have not subscribed to Kim Korea TV or looked at their channel, please do. They're located in South Korea, and they have some of the best information about Suga I've ever seen. It's to the point where I think that they're a relative. That's how accurate their information is. They release information before it even gets out to the media. So, I mean, really, really deep, personal, not intrusive things. But things about what Suga's doing, about not, like I said, not intrusive private things. It's not a gossip site. Kim Korea TV is a Suga stan. They love Suga. They report on things that are happening in Suga's life in a very respectful and kind manner. So Kim Korea TV, if you have not checked out that channel, I will put links. Please do. This is where I get my information from. I know this person, and all I can say is that the theory is for a lot of us that they are actually either a relative or a family friend, although I can't prove it, but that's just my opinion. So you can take it with a grain of salt, but they have pictures and videos on there that other people, there's no way. I've researched all their videos thoroughly, and I figured the things that they have released have been very accurate. The things that they release are very, very exclusive. They're the best kept secret on the internet. And it's not really a secret, but it's a small YouTube channel. I think they have 4,000 subscribers. But I tell everybody that if you're a Suga stan, if you love Suga, you worried about him, go to Kim Korea TV, because this channel has the pulse of Suga in a way that I've never seen. I mean, there's pictures of him going to visit his grandfather's grave a couple of weeks ago, and you're thinking to yourself, how would somebody get a picture of Suga and his family at the grandfather's grave? I don't, you know, like I don't understand how that's possible. You tell me. I didn't ask no questions. I just go with it. But we've been told some updates is that Suga had military pulled him in a meeting. He's been reassigned. So he's in civil service in the military. So he's not actually in the military like at a base. He's doing civil service. And so civil service basically means that he's working at children's hospitals, he's volunteering at veterans hospitals and stuff like that. He's doing paperwork. And I made a joke in my other videos about imagining, little meow meow, like typing out TPS paperwork. If you know what that means, like he's over there typing up paperwork, he's doing spreadsheets, but no, he's volunteering and he's doing things. He may be doing spreadsheets and paperwork. He may be filing stuff. I don't know what he's doing in civil service, but they had to reassign him to either a different hospital or a different location because of the threats that he's been getting. It is so serious that like HYBE brought Suga in a meeting to meet with them because apparently, from what I heard from different sources, that he was followed home one night. We don't know whether this is a crazy super fan. We don't know if this is a sasaeng. We don't know who this was, but apparently somebody followed him home. So they didn't say anything, but he's scared now for his safety since all this happened. Also, updating the news: Suga's grandmother apparently had some kind of health issue. She's in the hospital. I hope she gets better. Suga's grandmother gets better. Y'all keep Suga's grandmother in your thoughts and prayers. And I'm sure all of this is weighing in on his mental health. So y'all keep Suga in your thoughts and prayers, please. If everybody know anything about BTS, Suga has talked extensively about his mental health struggles and his mental health issues. And the fact that people can't let the scooter incident go, to the point people are leaving him messages telling him he need to unalive himself. Like, people are really on the internet telling this man that he needs to unalive himself, all because of the scooter incident. Like, people are issuing like threats upon his life, to the point where HYBE is concerned. The military is concerned about his safety, and I'm sure they're concerned about his mental health as well. And I'm sure him being in the military, being surrounded by other military people, and knowing all of this is going on, I'm sure that's extra added pressure and embarrassment. And I'm sure Suga feels very, he's spoken about that he's gonna reflect, he's learning a lesson, the normal things. And I'm sure he feels bad because this has brought heat upon BTS. Now, as to how this is keep going on and on and on, everybody has their own theories. I've done other videos about this whole Suga scooter thing, and I've given y'all my opinions about how I believe that there are forces and machinations and people behind the scenes that are making this more than what it is. There were thousands of articles. If you go watch Boris City, her YouTube channel, Boris City, BORACITY. If you watch her channel, she talks about how many articles that were written. She did a YouTube video like a couple of months ago when this happened, like back in the end of August. She did a YouTube video talking about, how all of this, and there's people out there who are pointing fingers at, different companies like SM, JYP, other companies that are in rival with HYBE, saying that they think that they may have something to do with people pointing fingers at Hee-jin and that whole thing. If you don't know about that whole thing, go find out. I can't get into it right now. But as to why this Suga thing has blown up, it is to the point of insanity to me. I am new to all of this. I've only been a BTS fan since May of this year. I knew of BTS. I wasn't really a fan. I was a August D fan first. I didn't know all these kind of things go on. I did a video about ARMY. If you look at my playlist, if you subscribe to my channel, I do videos about politics, religion. I do videos about travel, about cultures, and I also do videos. I also have a whole K-pop playlist because I didn't want to do like a full K-pop channel. I didn't want to do anything about K-pop on my channel. But then here we are, people. So I did a video about ARMY. I've done a video about Suga and the whole thing, in my opinion. And this has gotten to the point where recently, just the other day, that Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, has come out and said something about the Suga thing and how he felt bad and how people need to love one another. So even Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, who has done collaborated with Coldplay, came out and said that the sugar thing was terrible, that it was damaging, that we all need to love each other, that there need to be more kindness and there need to be grace. And so even other stars have come out and said things too, written in support. Psy has. There's been authors, other people that have come out in support of sugar. I think there need to be more people that need to come out in support of sugar. But the fact that Chris Martin was sweet enough to say something and saying that people need to be kinder and have grace, and that famous people are just people like you and me, and people make mistakes. I totally agree. Sugar made a mistake. He acknowledged he made a mistake. His license got revoked. He got fined $17,000 in USD. And he has come out and apologized over and over and over and over again. And now he is being hounded. Now people are telling him to go unalive himself. People are threatening his life now. So this is ridiculous. This needs to stop. I mean, somebody's going to get hurt. I'm afraid for Sugar's life and his mental well-being. But on the flip side of that, I also fear for the people that are threatening Sugar, because there are some fans out here who go hard for BTS. There's some armies out here that may be unstable. They may think they're helping Sugar. They may think they're helping BTS by retaliating or doxing these people. So I tell people out there, if you're a BTS hater and your name gets out there, your social media page get out there, I would just shut it down. I would get off the internet. I would run and go hide somewhere, because when you have army on you, that army is unstoppable for you. You can't control what people do. I know there's people out there telling people to be calm and having a message of patience and don't stoop as low as the anti-fans. But there are some out there that just don't care. I mean, there's some fans out there who just don't care. There's some fans out there that I feel like in army that they're fed up. They like this is too much now. Enough is enough. So I feel like the fans, there may be some fans out there that may be a little upset and a little fed up. There's some fans out there that are just upset. They tense. Then there's some fans, in the United States that we didn't set through this election, and then now y'all trying to tear down. You're still trying to tear down Sugar. Some of y'all just enough is enough. Y'all had enough. Y'all had enough. And so I would tell y'all that cooler heads need to prevail. But I'm just saying that if some of y'all want to, y'all pop off, y'all pop off. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just going to sit back here and be like, you heard it from me first. So these anti-fans, I would say that they should be on notice. They should be scared. I would be scared of Army. I would be scared of y'all. There's too many of y'all. And Army is everywhere. Army's in every country, every nation, every race, every social economic. So these fans out here, these anti-fans who think it's cool to create hashtags and projects. And yeah, we're going to talk about Project Broken Wings on one of my videos. Project Broken Wing is a real thing out there, y'all, that people are trying to take down BTS. Like, I didn't believe it. I didn't know what it was. I thought people were paranoid. There's another YouTube channel, and I got to go find it. I'll put links to it. But this YouTuber is a YouTuber in Korea that's found people have infiltrated these Reddit groups, these Skype groups, these super secret Twitter groups where they are pushing hashtags. They are downvoting videos. Like, there is a whole concerted effort to bring down BTS. And I'm not trying to be paranoid. I'm not trying to speak hyperbole. Look, I'm on the outside looking in. I'm not in these army groups. But I'm just telling you the things that I have seen. They're pushing hashtags. They're downvoting videos. I tell Army, get ready. There are things that are going to come out before the rest of the BTS members get out of the military next year. There are going to be things that you have never seen before. I'm surprised that somebody's going to accuse one of the members of a sex crime. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready. 2025 is going to be an MFer in a lot of ways. It's going to be a crazy year. Before BTS get out and then when BTS get out, there are going to be companies, people, executives in HYBE, outside HYBE, and other companies, whatever you want to call it, they're going to be coming for BTS. So it's going to be BTS and Army versus everybody. I feel like everybody is going to come for them in some way. There's going to be, I've heard I've heard in certain circles online that Dispatch has been out here offering money. Tabloids have been out here in Korea, have been offering money to family members, people who collaborate with BTS, old friends. that they have been really literally offering people money to come forward with any kind of dirt on BTS. Now, there's a whole theory as to why BTS ain't really had no scandals. There's theories out there that HYBE has paid off Dispatch, that HYBE has paid multi-million dollars, but these are all rumors that they paid off Korean media. And then some people are saying that they had a time limit that that is due now, that is overdue now, that whatever truce or whatever payments they paid Dispatch, and Dispatch is a Korean tabloid. Like if you know, like the National Enquirer back in the day, they're the biggest tabloid. They have online YouTube, they have an online website, they release things on their social media about people dating scandals, smoking any kind of scandal. Dispatch is there. All these 13 years, BTS has never really had any kind of dating, any kind of scandal. I'm not saying BTS have done anything. They may have not done anything, but I mean, you would have think somebody would have came forward talking bad about BTS, but so far it has not been that way. So I just tell people, get ready, because whatever truce or whatever money HYBE paid these tabloids, I think that is coming up due. I think it has an expiration date, or they're just gonna have to re-up and pay up again. Because I do find it kind of weird and kind of incredulous that BTS have not had any kind of scandals. And they're not the only group, but they're such a super group. You would think somebody would have found something on them. But from what I hear, like again, you can take it with a grain of salt, that Dispatch and other entities out here are out here fishing for information. So, like I said, be ready. Somebody got a fake baby. Somebody didn't essayed somebody. Somebody did stole somebody's money. I mean, I'm just ready for any and everything to pop off to be found out about BTS. That people are going to possibly, with enough money, come out of the woodwork and either make up things or say things that maybe have a ring of truth to it, but then they're going to distort the truth to make BTS look bad, because they are so feared in the entertainment industry in Korea that apparently people will try to do anything to sabotage their comeback. And so I just tell armies, just y'all brace for it. Just brace for it. You hear something, you just pause and be like, here we go. And then I know that people are fighting Twitter wars with, other groups and other fandoms right now. I would say stop all that and just let the music speak for itself. And let these people go on about and be hated. If these people would concentrate all their efforts into their own groups and their own entertainment companies, life would be a lot better. But they have been trying to sabotage BTS. They've been hating on BTS apparently since the beginning. From what I know in the history I learned about BTS, I had no idea that they've been hated on in like the scourge of the K-pop community, and that people hate ARMY, people hate BTS, people are afraid and jealous of BTS. It is a lot of this is about money, power, and control. So I would say armies, get ready. So yeah, okay, we've talked about Jin new album, talked about his album coming out. Make sure y'all support. We've given updates on Suga and about what's happened with Suga. So we've given that. Let's talk now. We're going to talk about the Hee-jin V imbroglio that happened like a week and a half ago. So if you don't know about Hee-jin, who is former CEO of Adore, the executive of Adore. Adore is a company that is owned by HYBE. They're like under HYBE is like this company, and they have different companies. They have like Pletus, Big Hit. So Adore is kind of like a subsidiary of HYBE. HYBE owns like 80% of Adore. And then there's 20% owned by whoever now. It was Hee-jin. I don't know if she still owns 20%. So Hee-jin has been in the K-pop industry as a creative director for a while. She worked her way up in SM Entertainment. They fired her or quit, just depends on who you ask. She had some controversy, some conflicts with the executives at SM Entertainment. SM Entertainment is another Korean, it's part of the big three of the Korean K-pop music industry. So there's SM, there's JYP, and there's YG. And then HYBE is like kind of like the fourth now. They're the new kid on the block. But a lot of these companies, SM is like the granddaddy of granddaddy. They're kind of like the Warner Music, the Sony. Like they've been around a long, long time, right? So she worked for them and she worked her way up to the company. Well, HYBE was growing, and HYBE needed somebody to help be a creative director and form girl groups. because HYBE wanted to expand their roster beyond BTS, beyond the few groups that they had. They wanted to grow into like another multimedia company like Sony or Warner Brothers or SM or YG. BTS OT7, that's right, Guyanese gal. What's up? Are you from French Guiana? You Guyanese gal? You really Guyanese girl? Hi. So Hee-jin got into this whole thing with HYBE. She kind of had like a whole plan. Like, I'm just gonna break it down in layman's term. Hee-jin kind of had a plan, like she wanted to break a door away from HYBE and be its own company and take her stock and her shares and her group New Jeans, because she started a group called New Jeans. She was creative director, again, creative director, not the producer of music, not a choreographer. She's the ones that help do the styling and bring the girls together. Am I from Australia? No, I live in America. And so she wanted to take her group and her company and break off away from HYBE. That's one theory. The other theory is that she wanted to stage a coup and actually force either some situation where she would get on the board of directors of HYBE or take over HYBE. So that's another theory. It ain't really been clear exactly what she was trying to do, but for sure, she wanted to take New Jeans and be the premier group of HYBE. BTS are in the army right now. Most of the members, some Jin and J-Hope just got out the military not too long ago, but they've been on hiatus, but they've still released solo things. So she kind of wanted to be the top dog of HYBE entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get her aspiration. Hee-jin has to go. She's a snake that infiltrated HYBE and still working with Kakao and SM to steal and destroy HYBE. That's another theory. Some people think that she's an infiltrator, that she is working with other entertainment groups like Kakao and SM to try to steal HYBE underneath. And then there's strange things that have come out that apparently have been true. She went to a shaman and tried to like curse BTS in some sort of way, to put it in a layman's terms that Westerners can understand. She wanted to basically, I wouldn't be a BTS fan if it wasn't for Hee-jin. So I thank her, because when all this broke out, I started to research BTS, and then I started to like watch their story, listen to their music. I am a BTS fan halfway. 50% of the reason why I'm a fan is because the HYBE and the Hee-jin thing that's popped off like back in April of this year. That's the reason why I'm even here. So I can thank her for that. Chef's kiss to me, Hee-jin, girl. If you're watching this video, girl, thank you, because you brought me here. She's one of the reasons why I'm even here, because I was so intrigued about all this I love corporate intrigue. I'm a corporate shill. I work in a corporate sector. I work in a corporate business. So a lot of the corporate stuff that went on, a lot of people really didn't understand. It's very convoluted because this has been going on. This is relentless. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt until I learned that she was going to a shaman trying to sabotage BTS. I was going to give her the benefit of the doubt till she went on a press conference dressed like, I don't know, just like Charlie Brown. Like, I like a Charlie Brown character. Like, I was all for it. I was like, well, maybe, I don't know. I ain't know anything about HYBE. I barely knew it. And I was like, I was giving Hee-jin the benefit of the doubt as a corporate woman in a male-dominated industry. I was all for, like, girl, get your coin, do what you have to do. I didn't like the way she went about things, but I understood it. But when she got up there and did a press conference, and she had a hat on and she had a striped shirt on and she looked like a hobo. And I'm sitting there watching it, and it was all in Korean, and I didn't really understand. Oh, I like to say hello to all my Korean people out there. I have people from Korea who watch my videos that know me from Korean circles. So I just say, yo, 안녕, hi, good morning to all you people in Korea. But I watched that press conference that she got up there and did, and I said, oh, I see what's going on. And I knew immediately what was going on. When she got up there dressed like a hobo, dressed like a Charlie Brown extra, I was like, oh, girl. Oh, is she up there cussing and yelling and, well, I did this and I was treated this way. And I was like, well, girl, what? So you trying to take over the company or not? Are we trying to muddy the waters? I knew that Hee-jin was trying to muddy the waters. I knew what she was doing. I said, oh, this is theatrics. And then the Korean public started taking her side, and I was shocked and I was disgusted. I said, this lady is up here act. What CEO or what executive acts like this? Like in America, this would be considered very distasteful. But apparently that slaps in Korea. So I had to get online and be like, so I had to watch Asia Entertainment. If you don't watch Asia Entertainment, she's a YouTuber. If you don't watch Soul Light TV, Sean, watch, because these are grown folks conversations where they have conversations about the industry from an Asian perspective. And so I had to understand because I was like, I don't know who could watch this and side with her, but the Korean public like was siding with her. They were like, yeah, evil HYBE, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, she up here acting. What's she wearing? Like, what is that on her face? Or like, what? Isn't she like 40 something years old? Why she dressed like a homeless teenager? Like, I didn't get it. But apparently this plays in Korea. So I was like, child. So I knew she wasn't. Hi, hello. So I didn't. Hi, do her. I didn't know what she was playing at, but I picked up pretty quickly. I saw through the whole thing. I said, oh, she about the act. She's trying to change the narrative. And then when I learned the things that she was doing behind the scenes and the business dealings. So Min Hee-jin is foul to me. Like, I don't support her. I don't care what anybody say. So all these things have been going on. So make a long story short, Min Hee-jin has done interviews. She's done press conferences. So she went on with the YouTuber. And apparently I learned from Asia Entertainment that this particular YouTuber became famous because he was a BTS YouTuber. So now apparently he's trying to be a quote unquote journalist. I don't know what credentials. I don't know what channel this is. I have to look it up. I don't know what channel. I forgot. They named the name of the channel that Min Hee-jin was on about a week and a half ago. She was on some dude's podcast or YouTube channel or something. And again, what I learned, which I didn't know, is that this person is not a reporter. This person is a YouTuber who got famous because he was doing videos about BTS and videos about K-pop. So again, all these people online who are pretending to be reporters, they're not. They're just podcasters who were like, oh, I think I should be objectionable today. So apparently, I'm not hating on him because getting Min Hee-jin on his show, of course, is going to boost his visibility, his subscribers and all that. So I'm not hating on him for having her on there. So I'm not going to really go there because I'm a content creator. So I'm not hating on him. I'm not really going to go there. I don't know this content creator. I don't subscribe to this channel, but I do find it kind of weird that he was a BTS fan, and knowing that inside the fandom, people have learned about things that she said about BTS, about the shaman, about trying to curse BTS. Yes, let's call it what it is. She went to the shaman to try to curse BTS, y'all. Let's call a thing a thing. Like, people trying to dance around it when she went to the shaman to get insight. Yeah, she did that. But then she also went to shaman, I think, to curse BTS. Hi from the Caribbean. Hi, Chelsea. Hi from the Caribbean. Hi, my ancestors are from the Caribbean. My ancestors are from Jamaica. On one side of my dad's family. I just thought I'd throw that out there. But I knew, once she started, and then there were things coming out that BTS was part of a cult. And so there's been rumors for months now that she has been secretly behind all of this online attack on BTS. And they have been online attacked left and right. Like, people have attacked them for various things while they're in the military. I don't really understand it. I mean, V was eating McDonald's. They attacked V, and I get it. Y'all. I really get the whole thing that's going on in the Middle East. I get it, y'all. I get it, and I support you. But getting mad at V because he had some McDonald's French fries. I look. You have to pick your battles. Getting mad at somebody because they're drinking Starbucks and they're in Korea. They may not know what was going on, or I'm like, okay, it was just a way for the anti-fans to pile on V. So V has been going through it. I don't know. Some of y'all are Kim Tae-young V fans. Y'all tell me. I see it in people's comments about how V is so misaligned, and V's been going through it on many different levels, career-wise, relationship-wise, and everything. Min Hee-jin is so false. I'm glad you're bringing all this crap out about it. Yeah, Amanda, it's crazy. So Min Hee-jin on this person's podcast YouTube channel came out. I don't know what led this conversation to this, because apparently this person is also Korean. So Asia Entertainment is supposed to release whenever her friend gets through translating the whole podcast. I went and watched it and then had somebody translate it as the part where she She was on the podcast and she started talking about V from BTS as to why the YouTube was School of Music. Thank you, Chelsea. School of Music. Okay, School of Music. That's the YouTuber. Thank you. I didn't know who it was. I appreciate y'all. So the YouTuber is School of Music. Never heard this YouTuber. Again, I'm not in these circles, but that's where you can watch the video. So she starts talking about V. And then, like, her body language, like I said, when I watch people's videos, a lot of times when they do interviews, I watch their body language. So the first thing, before I had somebody translate that part, I watched her body language. Go and watch her body language. Just turn the volume down and go watch her body language as she talks about V. She sat there and said, to paraphrase and make a long story short, she's like, well, she was saying that V contacted her. And then she was like, oh, I talked to V and he sounded so cheerful while he was in the military. First of all, when they're in the military, they're really not supposed to be contacting anybody. They're supposed to have permission to actually contact people on their family members, their friends, and everything like that. V is in the military. So she's trying to say that V contacted her and wished her a happy birthday, that he text messaged her. He sounded so cheerful in the military that she was kind of like, I didn't even know why he was in the military. You know, like her body language was so, it was off to me. It was very familiar. Okay, so let me give you some context. I talk to Koreans. I know Koreans. My sister just came back from Korea not too long ago. Culturally speaking, Korea is very different, whether it be socially, dating, or just working, period. Hee-jin is, yes, she was a CEO. She is an executive. V is BTS. So really socially, they would kind of be on the same level. For a woman of her age to imply that a man that works for the same company, that he called her, he texted her, he sounded so cheerful. Again, as somebody who is a woman, I read between the lines of what that meant. I said people were harping on that, oh, she's trying to get him in trouble with the military, perhaps. People were saying, oh, she's trying to say that V is on her side, perhaps. Yeah, all of that. It's calculated what she said. What I read it as is, so V is not contacting his members or his family, but he's contacting you. Oh, when he talked to me, he sounded so cheerful. Really? And I watched her body language. And it was a language. Again, I'm trying to put it into words, like I'm trying to describe y'all. It's in a Korean terms. She's saying that V was text messaging her at night. And he was text messaging. I'm like, I'm a woman of a certain age. I can read between the lines what she's saying. First of all, she's trying to imply that V was happy to talk to her. Second of all, she was implying that V text messaged her on her birthday. He called or texted her on her birthday. Third of all, she's implying that V was worried about her enough to ask her whether she was okay. Now, some people said Hee-jin was lying, that she was exaggerating, she was lying. But I'm just saying, even if she wasn't, girl, what you trying to say? The way for her to bring this up to speak about a man saying this to her, not a woman, but a man. In Korean society, I'm like, men and women don't really get down like that in Korea. Well, and her language is like, well, he was text messaging me and, he just sounded so cheerful. And he said, happy birthday. Girl, it sounded like she was talking about a lover. I'm just going to keep it real to y'all. She is very sly. She is delusional. Yeah, the way she was talking about is like her body language. And the way she was doing things, I had to take my glasses off. I said, what you really trying to say? He called me. Girl, stop. I work in corporate America. If I would have told, okay, let me tell you, if I would have tell anybody that I work with, some other manager in my department. I'm in management. If I told one of my coworkers, "Oh, well, somebody text messaged me on my birthday, and this person called me," what would y'all think? If I'm telling you this is my coworker, you would be like, "He text messaged you at night? Like he calling you, waiting in the military, girl? What?" Like that, he would call JK before her. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is more sinister and deep than some of the commentary I have heard online. This is much more insidious. This is smacking like V is like some desperate schoolboy that he got some kind of crush on her. That's how I read it. I may be wrong. This may not be my opinion. This is just my opinion. But the way her body language and the way she was saying it, and I went back and watched it over and over and over again, and the way she was sounding it was kind of like V was crushing on her. Was kind of like V kind of, he not gonna call his mama. He not gonna call his brother and sister, but he gonna call you on your birthday. He gonna text message you and sound cheerful. He gonna call you at night. Did V call her late at night talking about WYD, what you doing, me and G? Did he be like, what you doing, girl? Like, I thought she was gonna say that. I was waiting for it. I was like, well, did he text message her at night talking about WYD? Like, I'm like, girl, what we really trying to imply here? She didn't have to say that on this show. She didn't have to bring his name up, period. But the way she was giggling and carrying on and was like, he just sounded so cheerful. Are you really in the military? What? The body language was just like, what? I'm like, girl, okay. I'm like, it smacks, is she trying to pigeonhole V on being inappropriate in the military? She's trying to pigeonhole V as being on her side and caring about her well-being. So V cares enough about your well-being to text message you or call about you. And I understand that they have worked together. In his one of his albums, people were saying that they did work together. But for her to put that out there for a lot of people to see, and in her body language and how giddy she seems to be, that V was contacting me, and I was like, Amanda says in her dreams. And knowing I agree with you about saying spot on. Like, yeah, in her dreams. So if she's lying, some people say if she's lying. If she's lying, it's horrible. But I feel like maybe V did text her and probably didn't know what was going on, being a kind person. For what I know about V is a very kind, compassionate person. But I think she threw more onto this situation than what it was. I think she exaggerated certain things about him in the military sounding cheerful and all this kind of stuff. I think she threw more onto it. I think V is maybe didn't know what was going on. He's in the military. Maybe he's hearing things. He's worked with her before. He was maybe texting her or calling her as a colleague. She act like V was sitting underneath the covers, like in the military, like with the cover over him, like, Hee-jin, what you doing? Like, that's how she made it seem. Like he was sneaky leak, like calling her on the cool, like it just made it seem like it was something that was inappropriate for V to be doing. And for her to sit there and imply this about this man and besmirch his reputation in the military, to besmirch his reputation as a person, it was so distasteful to me that I found it disgusting. Now I watched this video, I was like, this is disgusting. I said, this lady know it. I was like, she know what she's doing. She know what she's implying. And then a lot of people didn't catch on to it, but I peeped it real quick. I was like, oh, she trying to, oh yeah, oh, she trying to, oh, okay. Like in her dreams that V would be trying to text her, talk and have so much concern over her that he wouldn't text his brothers. He gonna text her. He gonna text her. Like, he not gonna text Sugar. No, he gonna text. Like, he not gonna text his mama. He gonna text me and Hee-jin because he really care about her and her well-being. Girl, I was like, I don't know whether this chick is delusional. I don't think she's delusional. I think she really put stuff out there to try to put a wedge between the fans, to try to put a wedge perhaps between BTS and themselves. Like, I don't, then there's some things going on with JK about, things he's posted on Twitter, on his dog's Twitter. And I don't really know if JK really posted those things in support of New Jeans. I throw side eye to that. I don't know if somebody's checking JK's Twitter or his Instagram and posting things for him. I don't know if he was hacked. I don't know. Okay, but he did say something about supporting artists supposedly, and people saying that JK and V are supporting Min Hee-jin, all the bunnies, all the New Jeans fans, the bunny squad or the bunny crew or whatever the hell they call. They've come out and said that JK and V support Min Hee-jin and New Jeans, and yeah, okay, girls. Okay, what are y'all saying, Chelsea? Because of V's personality, he was friendly. Yeah, I think he was just friendly. He was being a good person who are part of the same company. I think she was having a bad time with HYBE, and the only way she could hit back was, yeah, to get a BTS. Hey, baby Mochi, baby Mochi. That's Jim and baby Mochi. We're talking about the Min Hee-jin V situation. In my opinion, that Min Hee-jin was trying to imply that V was doing something improper by text messaging her, and not just military wise, but in a very informal, familial relationship. So I think that I think she was trying to maybe imply that she was doing. So she knows it's hard for them to respond, and she's taking full advantage of that. She knows that V can't really respond and say anything because he's in the military. Like why would he, why would he respond? Like why would he respond? Um he called in December 2023, but the drama broke out in April. So I mean, she's like, oh, he was worried for my well-being. Okay. Yeah, like, oh my God, really? Like, really? Like, girl, if you don't. So there's a YouTube channel called School of Music where Min Hee-jin did an interview with, and she just named, and I said on somebody else's comment section, I said she's basically name drop V. She basically do what people in the entertainment industry do called name dropping. And she knew it was going to cause a stir. She know that this is kind of cause a kerfluffle in the army fandom. I think Min Hee-jin is going to be on a campaign not only to destroy BTS but army as well. I think Min Hee-jin sees army and BTS as a threat. So I tell people, not only does she see BTS as a threat, she may be going to the shaman about army. So I don't know, like, armies out there, I hope y'all good. I hope y'all, hope y'all took your vitamins. I hope y'all ate your Wheaties. Like, I hope y'all streaming and supporting, because I don't know if this woman is going to the shaman trying to sabotage army. I think she's really going to try to divide the fandom in any way that possible. That she's going to try to divide the fandom. She's going to try to break down the fandom and have the fandom second guessing things. So she don't care who name she got to drop or what story she got to make up. She said in Project 1945 that you just have to put it out there and people will run with it. And that's the truth. If you put something out on social media, people will run with it, regardless of whether it's the truth or not. And that's just the world that we live in on many different levels, not just K-pop, not just HYBE and Min Hee-jin, but this woman is smart, y'all. This woman is conniving. This woman is cunning, y'all. This woman is, we're not dealing with a dummy. Then she don't know army. She don't know army, but she thinks she do. And she will do anything to try to divide the fandom. She's going to try everything. But I just tell people, you just have to hold on. You have to be strong. You can't let this woman divide army. You can't let this woman not only divide army, I think she wants army to turn on BTS. I think if once she, like I told people before, I'm putting the warning out again, and I'm going to say this, and I've said this every video. Between now and the time that BTS gets out, y'all can expect this. All bets are off. Y'all will see anything. Like I said, I will not be surprised if it comes out saying that a member of BTS has essayed somebody. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm serious about this. Secret babies, SA, abuse, whatever it is. Don't be shocked. Y'all gonna mark my words. Y'all gonna be like, she called it. I'm telling you, there might things come out that you are gonna be like, whoa, what? Whoa, what? It's gonna become even more eviler as time goes on. That's a word. It's gonna be more evil. It's gonna be crazier. The closer they get to coming out, like, they're gonna get people to come out the woodwork and say, I don't know, women that they may have dated, men that they may have dated, whoever. It's going to be some kind of scandal, and it's going to be a real scandal. Not the scooter, not drinking, not smoking. I mean, they know that they need to break the fandom in a real way that even international fans will break from BTS. So don't be surprised if somebody come out the woodwork talking about BTS touched their boob or something. Some member of BTS touched their boob or their butt. Somebody grabbed some cheeks. Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be like they hit on me, they was drunk, they grabbed some cheeks, they put their hand on my breast and says, I'm telling you, I'm not surprised that somebody's gonna come out and accuse them of something. And then it's gonna be like where international fans are gonna be like, well, what do we do now? Is it true? Is it not true? At that point, no one's gonna really care, because once it spreads like wildfire, y'all see my stuff coming down. Once it spreads like wildfire on the internet, are people really gonna care whether it's true or not? I don't know. People may come up and be like, oh, well, they made it up, or it's just a rumor. Da, da, da. I promise you, somebody's gonna come out, somebody grab some cheeks or a boob, something enough to where the fans will turn on them. You know, I agree. A lot of people see the boys as a threat. She can try to break them down. What chance she got? She's gonna try. Yeah, armies are being distracted by Min Hee-jin. It happened to Hee-jin. They said he bullied someone in high school, so he took time out. Yeah, somebody from high school gonna come out. It's gonna be something big. It's gonna be something that where not just South Korea, but international armies are gonna be like, whoa, like they're gonna take a gasp and be like, okay, because they know they gotta hit BTS where the money is, and the money is international army. The money is not South Korea. Like the thing that happened with Suga, international army has come up quick to defend Suga, which they should, which we should. But that they know that they're not gonna kick Suga out. I'm like, Suga writes the music, composes the music. They don't kick Suga out the group. I like to see anybody try to kick Suga out of BTS. Bitch, please. Like, really? They're not gonna kick Suga out. And you know, they just harped on this as an opportunity to try to sow discontent in the fandom, but it didn't work because people still support Suga, which they should. As a Suga stan, they should. But I just feel that like they're gonna need something big, and I believe that they're digging and asking people. Like I said, I've heard, I can't corroborate or verify, that Dispatch and other entities are out there digging around with their family members, their friends, asking, you know, to putting the word out that if you know something, then we're going to pay you. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. The rumor mill is that they are out here trying to find disgruntled family members, friends, collaborators, business exes, business dealings gone wrong. Like, they're trying to do anything that they are offering money to people to come forward and say anything about BTS. So I hope when they come out that RM in his lovely way and Suga's lyrics and their new songs will be where I hope they come out with a cipher, another cipher, and just go in on them. Like the video claiming to be of JK like the video claiming to be of JK's window, and he was hugging a pregnant woman. Child, I didn't hear about that. There's a video claiming that JK is hugging a pregnant woman. Who, y'all tell me something? Who did this video? Who is out there claiming that JK up there hugging a pregnant woman? That JK got a secret baby somewhere? I'm telling you, there's gonna be secret babies, secret weddings, secret girlfriends, ex-girlfriends. They probably trying to contact their ex-girlfriends from when they was trainees, when they was 19 years old. Right now, as we speak, they're trying to get They're trying to get one of Suga's ex-girlfriends as we speak. With the amount of income and popularity they bring to HYBE and K-pop in general, it would do them no good to defame them, but they still try. It will do them. I had this conversation with my kids the other day. I said the amount of money that BTS has brought in South Korea as a country, as a nation, is staggering. It's the billions. When BTS, at the height of their popularity, at the height of everything going on, they brought so much money and so much tourism to South Korea that they have boosted the economy themselves. So as to why they would want to sabotage BTS, I can't fathom it. I don't understand why you would you would diminish your own bag. But they don't see it that way. Like, I've seen so many articles. Okay, let me tell y'all. I've seen so many articles about Rose. You know, Rose came out with a new song with Bruno Mars. There were so many articles that were the lead-in was Rose breaks BTS records, and Rose. All I heard was Rose and BTS. Rose it did better than BTS and Rose. I'm like, why are we comparing Rose? Like, why is that the lead in for the article? Why is that the headline, y'all? Why is that the headline? Why we gotta drag BTS to big up somebody else? Amanda says, I think there will be a change once military is over. Some will like it and some won't. I can't wait either. Someone's not gonna like it. Yes, it was. It was a Chinese video. Oh, girl, I gotta see this video. I gotta look that up because I like to laugh at some of these videos that think that they have exclusives and they have these quote unquote pictures, and then some of these pictures look altered, doctored, blurry. You're like, that could have been anybody, like you know. But yeah, I don't understand why anytime they talk about Rose or Lisa, and God knows I like Blackpink. Like, don't y'all? I'm a Lisa stan. I like Lisa. Now I may not like her solo songs that came out recently. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. I like Rockstar. I like that song. But I was like, why do y'all have to feel like the need to drag BTS to highlight somebody else's accomplishments? And these were articles in America that mainstream articles I found I found distasteful. Well, Rose is taking down Jimin or BTS and blah blah. I'm like, BTS been on military hiatus, and I understand they want to compare the comparison, but I just thought it was just distasteful for these articles that the headline is, and then when you go and read it, it's like because Rose made it on the Billboard, and I'm like, well, BTS got still got the record though, so they're just highlighting, they're just pushing a narrative, and it's not factual. They're pushing a narrative about Rose's single, and my question is, who is pushing this narrative? So y'all think about that. Why would you have articles where that's the lead of the article? That's the title of the article? Rose, I don't even like her song. I mean, I'm not trying to knock her, but I'm like, and then when you read the accomplishment, it's like, okay, but BTS got, so you comparing one song to like one BTS song from like 4 years ago. Like, what are we talking about? Child, I had to stop and read the article. I'm like, Rose did what? I'm like, oh, is that all? But we ain't gonna mention the other chart toppers. Okay, we not mentioning the solo, the JK solo. No, they didn't mention that. The other group stands are just jealous. Yeah, they compare everybody to BTS. Yeah, Melissa said August D about to come back with a vengeance. He's about to come back with a vengeance. He gonna come back hating on all them. He gonna come back just destroying the haters. I love, like I said, this is a Suga safe zone. I'm a Suga stan. Suga's my alt. Suga's my number one person in all of entertainment. He is my alt. I listen to his music all the time. If y'all look at my shorts, I have like the unboxing of my BTS merch that I've gotten, and most of it, y'all see most of my videos is Suga. I had to go through Suga therapy, y'all. Like I had to like make videos and listen to D-Day over and over again. Like this, like come Tuesday, I woke up Wednesday and I was like, you know what? I need BTS there. I need BTS to fix it. Like I don't need Jesus. People like fix it, Jesus. I'm like fixing BTS. Fix it. They wanted you to click on the article. Did you read the article? Did you read the article about that? There were so many articles though. Like when even when I pulled up my Google, that was like the first thing. It was Forbes. I think it was Forbes. There was a Billboard article. There was a Forbes article. There were several articles with the headline was like Rose beat BTS, and then you're like, what? Why y'all trying to pastel laugh? I was like, fix it BTS, fix it. I'm like, Jesus can't even fix this. I need J-Hope hip thrust. Dear J-Hope, dear J-Hope, dear J-Hope, please give me some HYBE water. J-Hope, please have your hip thrust on me to make me feel better Wednesday. I was like, amen, thank you. I need Yoongi's tongue. I need some hip thrust. So I had to post a short. I was like, I just need to watch these videos over and over again. Like, I Army has beef with Hugh McIntyre. Is Hugh McIntyre, is he part of Forbes? Is he a reporter? I don't know who that is. I was like, fix it, BTS, fix it. I was like, BTS, come put your hands on me. Like, no, really. Like, dear BTS, come put your hands on me and heal me. Like, BTS had to heal my spirit. Oh, he has spread misinformation about BTS hiatus. I read a lot of misinformation. Like, I went back to the articles a long time ago. They talking about they hiatus. Oh, BTS is breaking up. They're quitting. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I know those people feel stupid right now because they were such liars. That because they used to American groups breaking up. Anytime an American group go on hiatus, they break up, but that doesn't apply to K-pop. Like a lot of people who've reported on things on BTS over the years don't know anything about K-pop or the K-pop world. So I keep posting my videos, y'all. I'm gonna do a video about the Grammys. We're gonna talk about the Grammy nominees. So that's coming up. So yeah, Hee-jin and all that. I will keep y'all. Just ignore that woman. I will keep y'all in the loop about what pops off. But that's I just had to voice my opinion about the whole V thing. So we have talked about Jin's album. That was I talked about in the beginning about Jin's album coming out on November 15th. Make sure you guys download, support. I'll be there as out right now. We talked about Suga and his death threats and how that's Suga's grandmother being in the hospital. We talked about Hee-jin and the V imbroglio. I would say he's going to Lollapalooza. J-Hop. Oh, the next thing I want to talk about is J-Hop. Thank you. Pastels and cool glass. Thank you. I just got these the other day. I had some square ones. Thank you, Amanda. They're saying all this while they're in the military. Yeah, they're just they up here talking cash money. They up here talking. They dogging BTS because they know they can't really say anything because they're in the military. You're also an Army. Hello, Kinley. Hello, babe, Kinley. But yeah, just wait till they come out. They're gonna come out swinging, y'all. So make sure y'all thumbs up. Make sure y'all like the video. Oh, he's a reporter. That's who Hugh McIntyre is. Okay, I gotta look him up. I looked it up too, girl, because I don't know. But make sure y'all thumbs up. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all throw out any suggestions that I can do videos about. But also, we're gonna talk about J-Hope. So J-Hope just got out of the military. I did a YouTube short about J-Hope getting out of the military that apparently people like because it has like 1,400 views. But I'm just a little small YouTuber. This is my second YouTube channel, by the way, y'all. If y'all didn't know, I do have another YouTube channel that is monetized, but it's nothing like this channel. Like it talks about reality TV. I can't wait to see all of them together. I can't wait to see all of them together. I can't wait for Suga gets out of the military. Y'all, Suga gets out of the military on my birthday. Suga get out the military on my birthday, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the scammies in a minute. But J-Hope is in LA. J-Hope, if you're not on his social media, his Weverse or wherever he's posting pictures, he was posting pictures. He looked so cute. J-Hope, I'm sure he's in LA collaborating. Like, do y'all think he's working on a new album? Oh, your bias is J-Hope? I love all you J-Hope is my bias breaker. When J-Hope was doing that song, when he was dancing, talking about it's the sweet, and he was dancing, I was like, girl, what? Girl, I almost lost my yoongi bias. Again, I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. There is a YouTuber named Colt Nava that is a YouTuber that she has the biggest J-Hope fan page, thirst trap page. J-Hope and them hip thrusts. I'll be like, get my Hobie water. Cause I can't J-Hope and JK be trying to break my bias. Like y'all, I had to like back away. I'll be like, back up, J-Hope. J-Hope be dancing, and I like a man who dances. So I like a thin man. I like a man who knows how to dance. So that's my weakness. So JK knows how to dance and J-Hope knows how to dance. I'm not saying the other ones don't dance, but I like a man who knows how to dance. Especially hip hop dancing. That's like my weakness. Like if you get up in front of me and you hip hop dance, I'll just be like, and then J-Hope has such a good style. I could go on and on about J-Hope. Okay, but I'm not. I'm not gonna go on and on. I'm not. But J-Hope, you already have the Jack in the Box album. His Lollapalooza. J-Hope is just phenomenally talented. He is a breath of fresh air. I understand why people stan him because his personality is so happy and effervescent and outgoing. But J-Hope to me is so cool. He has so much style. And then so they show pictures. He posted pictures of him in LA. And hopefully he's collaborating. I can't wait for that new album. I desperately want J-Hope to do an album where some of his tracks are him singing. I don't care what y'all say. I want J-Hope to sing. I've heard J-Hope sing, and it is a thing of beauty, is a work of art. I've heard J-Hope sing, and he has a lovely voice. And I want J-Hope to sing. I like J-Hope as a rapper, but I want J-Hope to sing. Like I really do. JK and V are mine. I don't mean nothing dirty, but I'm 62 and I love them. Oh no, I mean something real dirty. Hope he's working for sure. He's working for sure in LA. Like for sure. Hello, Ho Gianna 88. I don't know. I can't translate your Russian. I know that's Russian. Is that Russian? Yes, Russian, I think. Um, and I know Hobie's out there working. He's living his best life. He's out of the military. He's looking good. He's looking real good. You're a Jimin, of course, Taeyoung and Jungkook fan. I'm a Sugar stan all the way. Like I just there's nothing that Sugar can do. There's no there's just something about Sugar that just is very. I think Sugar is the most beautifulest man I've ever seen in my life. Like I know y'all JK and y'all. I know V is very attractive. I know Jin is very attractive. I know Jimin is the Jimin effect. Like once you gym in, you don't gym out. Like once you gym in, you don't gym out. But Jimin don't be breaking my bias though. Jimin don't be breaking my bias. But J-Hope do with his dancing, and JK be breaking my bias. When JK was doing those Weverse videos and he's falling asleep, I find it so sweet and so endearing. And I like sweet and I like endearing. And I found JK so sweet and so vulnerable when he was doing those Weverse lives. I couldn't believe he was on live, falling asleep and drinking and talking and karaokeing and singing and dancing. I was like, no, there's no way this man is up here on live stream for hours, up here folding his drawers. I'm telling you, when JK folded his drawers on a Weverse live, he folded his drawers into my heart. Like when he got up there and folded his Calvin Klein underwears and taught you how to roll them, and he was doing his laundry and cooking, I said, oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Because, I mean, there was just something very, like, domesticated in it. I don't know, call me a weirdo. There was just something very endearing and domesticated, endearing and sweet about that. Like, he was just up there doing it. Sugar could rap so fat, baby. JK coming like a wrecking ball, baby. JK had you like, girl, JK. And then I went there and then people like, watch the cat. When he did the Calvin Klein campaign, he was walking around with no shirt on. I was like, I need to, no, don't be up here breaking my bias. Like, don't do it. Like, JK is just, oh, yeah. Even when he falls asleep, it was so cute. It was, like I said, he was up there folding his underwear, y'all. Like, I was like, he was up there cooking. I was falling in love with that. Like I fell in love with that. Like there was just something very sweet and very endearing about him up there folding his laundry and cooking and showing you how to cook. I find all of those domesticated things, I find them very highly attractive. I found it very attractive when yoongi whenever he cooks. When yoongi cooks or he was doing woodworking, baby, like I'm like husband material. Like there was just something enduring and cute about that. So I like all of that stuff. Like I'm a weirdo. Like I'm attracted to weird things about men. And I like mannerisms and voice. And I like Sugar's mannerisms are very cute to me. And so, and then besides Sugar just being immensely talented and playing a guitar and looking all shy and cute and the fact that he's absolutely positively gorgeous. Sugar's gorgeous to me. Like just JK up there folding his drawers, y'all, folding his underwear got me. I don't know what it is about that man folding his underwear. I was like, oh, and then he just seems so lonely and vulnerable. And so, I have Jungkook Golden. I love Jungkook Golden album. It brought me to BTS too. When he did Standing Next to You with Usher, I heard the song and didn't know who it was. And I was like, is this Usher? I was like, who's this? And my friend was like, that's JK. I was like, who is JK? They're like, Jungkook. I was like, who's that? They're like, BTS. I'm like, oh, the guy in BTS. I was like, let me watch this video. And I was like, I was so stunned. J-Hope is your daughter's bias. I took her to see him at Lollapalooza Live. You were at Lollapalooza Live. Oh my God. Sugar is something else though. Sugar is something. Sugar is he has this mystique and this mysterious side about him, but then it's kind of like, then he'll drop the mystery and be kind of silly and goofy. And then Sugar, is very quiet and very deadpan and passive aggressive. And I like that in a man. Like I find that very, not the fact that Sugar is just physically appealing. His mannerisms, so they call Sugar Grandpa, the way he walk is cute, and the way he like looks and carries himself. Like sometimes he'll look and turn his head a certain way, And then he gets on stage and he's like, and he gets on stage and transforms into this confident, very captivating, sexy man on stage. On stage, he's just like a whole nother persona. And I like that juxtaposition of shy little meow meow gets on stage and turns into like this rap god. Like he gets on stage. Like I watched D-Day, that concert tour. Baby, I didn't watch every clip, every video, everything, every clip of Yoongi up there. Like I had to watch it in spurts. Cause sometimes, I'm just, you can only watch it for so much. Like, I can only watch him for like at least 30 minutes at a time. Because to me, his charisma and sex appeal is so crazy on stage, that the way he moves on stage, the way his body language is on stage, and his body language is like, and the way he grabs the mic and the way he moves across the stage, I'm just like, let me stop, y'all. Wait, hold on. Just let me. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I'm back. I need some water. I had to get my HYBE water out. I had to douse myself with some HYBE water because the way he moves on stage is very seductive. It's very alluring to me. It's very masculine. It's very powerful. HYBE water, girl. Girl, she said, "Calm down, girl. I can't." And I love when how he's Yoongi is not one to tell people he loves you and be all demonstrative, but his love language is acts of service, and I love that. I love the acts of service, like the way he takes care of the other members and he lays their stuff out and he cooks for them and cleans up after them. I love that. I love the acts of service as a love language. And so to me, Yoongi is like, to me, the perfect guy, like the perfect, almost. They like I said, it's just, they're very regular guys. And like I said, to me, being used to American entertainers, it just blew my mind that like they sleeping on their own lives and they just being. And then like I said, I fell in love, I said it before, in love with BTS. I fell in love with their story. I fell in love with watching Run BTS. I fell in love with them from, I went back and watched like their first live streams 13 years ago when they were first getting started, and hearing RM talk with so much agency and maturity at like what, 19, 20 years old, about his hopes and about his dreams. I fell in love with BTS before I listened to the music. It wasn't Dynamite, it wasn't Butter. When Dynamite and Butter came out, I was like, yeah, woo woo. I was not into BTS. I've been a fan of BTS since just this May. The Hee-jin thing made me went back and watch their biographies and all the videos online about their individual stories. And then that's when I fell in love with BTS. I said, this is a compelling story. This is a good story, how they came from nothing. It's a rags to riches story of the industry that is beyond anything that I've ever seen. And I like a good story. Let me tell you, your girl likes a good story. And that's where I started liking BTS. Then I started listening to their music. I have not even listened to all of their music. I have not even seen all of their music videos. To me, what keeps me going back to BTS is me watching Run BTS, of me watching their videos, and me watching their interviews, and me watching them just be themselves, them with no makeup on, coming on the camera with no makeup on and being fresh faced, them interacting with each other, the behind the scenes. I watch a lot of behind the scenes concert videos of them behind the scenes interacting with each other, getting ready. Like, it made me feel like I was family. I was like, BTS is like family, like to me, like the stories of them is family. I like how you like how shy when Yoongi gets to other men and say, Yoongi married me. Like, yeah, he just be like, he gets his little sheepish look like, yeah, they got buff working out. Did your husband pass away, Amanda? My husband passed away too, Amanda. My husband passed away 9 years ago. I'm sorry, it's been 10 years now. My husband passed away 10 years ago. It would be lovely world if a lot more men, it would be a heaven sent world if a lot, like I'm gonna do a whole video about how like BTS has ruined my love life. But anyway, and I thought I was the only one. And then other women are like, yep, me too. I was like, BTS has totally ruined my dating life. Like BTS has ruined any chance of me not being single. And I'm okay with that. Like they've ruined it for me. Because every man, I'm just like, yeah, but they not BTS though. Like, Did Baby Much they brought you out of your depression starting in 2014? Their growth is very organic. I'm so happy that BTS have helped y'all so much. My mom liked BTS. My mom passed away. My mom loved BTS. Like she loved Dynamite. She liked Butter. She liked Jimin. So my mom liked BTS even when I didn't. So they my expectations are way too high. BTS have touched many people in many ways, and for me, it's been good and it's been bad. Because now my expectations is I want a man like that. I want a man like that. I want a man that does that. And because I see them doing things, and I'm like, I want a man that cooks. I want a man that knows how to fold up his drawers. Like most men here don't in America. I don't know where you guys are at. They don't know how to do nothing. Most men now these days, I just, you know, I just it's just, I don't have any delusions that I'm gonna be with BTS. Like, no, I don't have any delusions of that. I'm grown, I'm old. But I do see traits and things that they do that I'm kind of like, I like that. 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 Like, oh, that's cool. I guess maybe but most of us are driven. And in a way, anyway, I've done videos about in my other channel about like different and dating and culture and here in other countries. Dating culture in Korea is a lot different than it is here. And I do have to say that men culturally are different in Korea. Korea is a very conservative country, but their dating culture is crazy. Like their dating culture is a man will I can tell y'all from personal experience. I've had a man in Korea be interested in me. I've had a Korean man who lives in Korea be interested in me, and it was overwhelming. Like they call you all the time, they text you all the time, they do couples gifts in Korea, they do milestone gifts for weeks and months and days. It's a whole thing being in a relationship in Korea. Like it is dating a Korean man is not like here. So if you like lots of attention and lots of affection, you will get that. And that's for me. Like I don't like the standoffish detachment. Like you can hound me all day, but they do like to call you all the time. They do like to, I mean, they will call you a lot. A Korean man will call you a lot. So I've experienced this firsthand that a Korean guy he was just interested in me. Like we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. He was just interested in me. And he would call me all the time. Like he would blow me up all the time. But that's normal there. Like for me, I was like, but for him, it was like, well, I like you. So I want to talk to you all the time and video chat you all the time. It was overwhelming. So it was a little bit overwhelming for me, but I liked it. I tell people that I'm not into neglect. I'm into if you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't. And so, most men barely know how to breathe. Melissa, you ain't even lying. You ain't, you know, you ain't lying. And then most men don't. But yes, BTS they are the best. I see a genuineness, and like I said, coming from somebody who lives in America, it's just a difference in the way that Korean men handle themselves than the way the men handle themselves here. There's just a difference. I'm not saying it's worse, but well, yeah, I'm saying for me that it is better to me with international men than men in America. For me, that's my personal preference. Y'all may think differently. You may not have had any dealings with men. I have had dealings with men in other countries and other cultures, and the way they approach you, the way they go about the relationships is totally different here in America. And some people like it. Some people are indifferent. Some people just think it's different. Some people don't like it at all. Some people love it. I love it. The way people go about relationships here in America is too centered on the physical, the sexual, the intimate. It's not about really getting to know somebody and spending time with them. And in Korea, the way they do dates and the way they do relationships, yes, there's toxic men, there's toxic misogyny in every country, and there's misogynists and there's the patriarchy and everything like that in Korea. But the way they go about dating is much more suited, I think, to my personality. And every woman differs. So I'm just telling you that what I've experienced with international men is it's just been a level of sweetness that is, it's gifts and flower. Like I'm not used to having a dude like where we're barely talking, where he's sending me gifts and sending me money. And I've never experienced that before, really. I've never experienced a lot of attention, and just like, so if you're into a lot of attention, like I said, some women don't like that. They like to be separate, and I don't. I like lots of attention. I do. Amanda says, my girls and grandchildren said I need to get a life. My kids do too. BTS are very humble and have gone through a lot of bad stuff. Yes. And they're still going through bad stuff. They're still getting dogged. Fan culture is definitely amazing. The way Army and BTS are amazing. I'll say in my other videos, like I did a video about Boris City, and I was like, I'm not in fan squares or spaces. I don't know where to go for fans. I am an army. I am an army on an island by herself. Like, I don't know. The only time I ever talk to army is when I do YouTube videos and I talk to you fine people. I don't know any army groups to go to. I don't know where to go to. I'm new to all this. So the things that I speak to you a lot of times is on the outside looking in. It's things that I see on YouTube videos. It's the things that I read on social media. It's the things that I hear from you fine people. I don't belong in any army groups. I wouldn't know how to find them. I don't know where to find other armies at. So I appreciate everybody that comes to my videos because I learned so much from y'all more than anything. So the next thing we didn't talk about J-Hope and our love of J-Hope's out here doing his thing, and I'm happy that J-Hope is gonna come out with an album very, very soon. And he's gonna drop a single or something. And I just wish J-Hope nothing but the best. And he seems like he was out there living his best life right now. So congratulations to J-Hope making it out of the military spectacularly. And J-Hope is, hopefully we'll see collaborations. Hopefully we'll hear J-Hope sing. I want to desperately hear J-Hope sing. He has a wonderful voice. And I would love for him to rap too, but I want him to sing and I want him to dance if he feels, whatever he feels like he wants to do. If he wants to do something different, do something different. If he wants to, do rap and then I'm either way, I'm excited to hear what J-Hope brings to the table. So that's the J-Hope news. So now we're gonna get to the Grammys. I got a YouTube shortcut that I'm working on right now that I'm gonna release probably tonight or tomorrow about the scammies, the Grammys. And I didn't know that Army was in a kerfluffle. But apparently, like, I watched videos where Army is upset. The BTS fans are upset about the scammies, Grammys, whatever y'all want to call them. That y'all are upset that BTS, and not just BTS, I would say, K-pop on the whole was snubbed. So I'm gonna release a YouTube short, which I'm gonna break down some of the bigger nominees because I didn't even know the Grammys even released a list. But yeah, this is right around the time that the Grammys will release a list of who's getting nominated. I think the Grammys air in February. If you don't know what the Grammys is, the Grammys is an American award for music. That music industry has been around for a long time. It's like the premier, like, there's Billboard, there's American Music Awards, there's the VMAs, there's the BET Awards, but the Grammys is like the granddaddy, the pinnacle. It's a voting system that's voted on by music producers, agents, like people inside the music industry vote on who they think should be, like Artist of the Year, Best Rap Album. So they have different categories, just like any award show. It is the premier award show for America, and not just America, but for Westernized music. Now, the Brits, the people in England have their own music award shows. People in Japan and everything, everybody has their own award show. But the Grammys is really like the grand dame, the old head, if you say, the progenitor of the music awards. The Grammys were really around first. Over the years, the Grammy Awards, they were televised on TV. The ratings have dipped over the years. A lot of the stars, music industry, they attend the Grammys, and it's considered a big deal if you're nominated for a Grammy. Okay, so this year, none of the solo projects, BTS is on hiatus. They're not on hiatus, but they're in the military, so they haven't released anything. But Jimin has released an album. JK, his album came out late. I don't know, because there's like a time frame to be nominated. So depending on when your album comes out, there's like a time frame, right? So people are upset that Jimin didn't get nominated. I think Jungkook, I don't know if he made the time frame or not. He had to. Yeah, his album came out late last year. So I'm assuming, I don't know, don't quote me on that. I'm assuming his album made it. But K-pop in general, none of the K-pop groups, solos, really got nominated for too much of anything. I haven't gone through the full nominee list, and I will go through the full nominee list when I get off this video of who got nominated for what. But BTS, like Jimin and JK, were pretty much snubbed. I don't know how it's going with the Mnet, the mamas. Y'all tell me that. I don't know how it's the voting, because that's fan voted on, which some people say is rigged, like I said earlier. I don't know how that's going for Jimin and JK. I don't know how the other award shows like Billboard and American Music Awards, they might get nominated for something like that. But the Grammys, come up first. I think the Grammys are in, I don't know, maybe they moved them up to April, or February, April. I don't know. But anyway, what are y'all saying? Baby Mochi says yes. We watched the Grammys. We thought the BTS would win, but they didn't. I remember I watched the video where BTS got nominated for a Grammy, and they didn't. And I remember they looked so disappointed. Like that was it's very cute and sad. They looked very disappointed. I think it's a bunch of men that's done all the voting this year. As they're only the Bruno Mars, the rest. No, there's some men. Like I said, I'm gonna do a whole YouTube short about who's nominated. But then beyond Bruno Mars, there was other men. Not there was other albums. Depends on what categories we're talking about. If we're talking about the major categories, then there was like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Billie Eilish, Sabrina Carpenter. But all the other categories, there were men in there too. But in America, like I don't know where you guys are at or whether y'all listen to popular music. In America, any music industry goes through waves. So when BTS came out 13 years ago, and when they're in their heydays, like in the 2017, 16, 18s, male K-pop groups was the big thing. Now, men K-pop groups, there's some that are really good, but it's the time for female K-pop group, which again, like I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not into female K-pop groups. I like aespa. I mean, I'm sorry. I like La Seraphim. I don't get aespa. I like Lisa from Blackpink. I like Blackpink and their generic music. And I respect some of these groups out there, like G Idol, Girl Idol, whatever how you want to call them. But I don't follow female K-pop groups. I am a fan of K-pop. I am a fan of several other groups besides BTS. Um, I was fans of other groups first before I became a fan of BTS. But I don't keep up with these girl groups. But in America right now, the amount of artists that are men out there, there's just not a lot of artists, period. Like the market is saturated with women. So I have to say the market is saturated with women. Um, the male singers, solos, there's no boy bands or male groups anymore. Like that's not really popular here in America. So there's no boy bands. There's no girl groups either. Groups are just not popular here. It's a bunch of solo artists. But like if you watch Asia Entertainment, again, I'm gonna put links to her video where she talks about the Grammys and how the voting system works. I won't get into all of that. What I do have to say, to make a long story short, for somebody who comes from a family that was in the entertainment industry, I've talked about my family a lot on my other YouTube channel. But I said for somebody whose family's in the entertainment industry, the Grammys is all about who you know. It's about nepotism. It's really not about who has the most popular song or who sells the most. The Grammys is pretty much rigged, y'all. It's who you know, who your PR team and producers are going to go to bat for. They have a tit for tat system where you vote for my artist, I'll vote for yours. So the Grammys is rifled with it's not about who makes the best music or even sells the best music or who is the most popular. It's really about who behind the scenes what PR firm, what producer, what label can pay enough and push their artist. That's really what it's about. BTS, I feel, has not won a Grammy because they are they're really outside the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of how big Butter and Dynamite was and how big they are, their solo projects are, how Army pushes it. But in the industry, the Grammy is very insular industry kind of award. BTS and HYBE are still considered, and Korean artists and artists internationally, period, are still considered outsiders in the American industry. Boris City did a really good video about how awards and Grammys work. And it's very set up. Did they submit? Because I think they have. Yeah, you have to submit. The end in the recent Grammy Army came in for views. Yeah. And they'll invite BTS to their award shows. They'll invite them because it brings ratings to the show. They'll invite all kinds of artists. Yeah, they'll trot BTS out there. They'll announce an award because they know is that armies is gonna watch. They know you guys are gonna watch. They'll have them even perform. But them winning an award, that's a different story. They trot them out there. You like Illid? I like Illid and Cat's Eye. I'm not in their fandom either. I like Illid. I like some of the music. I like music. I'm a music person. If you come out with some songs that I like, then I jam. Like Le Seraphim was the first. Le Seraphim and XG are the two female groups that have ever moved the needle for me. Like I download their music. I had their ringtone, Le Seraphim. I like XG. I like Le Seraphim. Now XG actually came to concert in Dallas, and them tickets was too much for me. I can go to a male concert, and I went to an AT's concert, and I was in the fifth row, and I paid like $500. Like me and my sister-in-law, we went and we paid like over a little over $500 to sit way in the back of the XG concert. Which you haven't looked up. XG is a good girl group, but to sit way in the back, the tickets was like $340. I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh no, you girl group. Every girl group that I've looked up, their ticket prices have been crazy. So I won't be going to a girl group concert anytime soon. I'm telling y'all. Unless I'm sitting way in the back. You never really got into girl groups either, Baby Mochi said. I like, yeah, G Friend, Twice, and Espa. I like some of their music, but I'm not, I don't understand the appeal as a woman. I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't understand the appeal of a girl group as a woman. I'm a girl. I gotta have something to look at. Like y'all can call me smutty. Y'all can, I write, look, if y'all look at my community tab, I do write BTS fanfic, particularly Suga fanfic. I do write some fanfic for y'all. I'll put like little excerpts in my community tab because I want to go on and write short stories beyond BTS, but short stories and stuff, period. And I just like girl groups just don't move the needle for me. I'm like, what am I supposed to be like? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, what? I'm just like, like, I like even in America, like I like Meg Thee Stallion. I'm not a Beyonce fan. Like I support Beyonce. I support Taylor Swift. I support them being women. I support them being very intelligent, beautiful, talented women. I'm not saying they're not talented, but their music is just not for me. Again, I'm a rap girl. I like rappers. I like Kendrick Lamar. I like rappers. I like rap music. I like R&B and I like rap music. I like Usher. Like I like old school. Like when I say old school, I mean in the 90s. Rap music. I grew up on Timberland. I grew up on Missy Elliott. I grew up on music like that. I grew up on party music. I grew up on Aaliyah. I grew up on Alicia Keys and Usher. That's the kind of music I grew up in, the heyday, the golden age of like when R&B and rap was really R&B and rap. When they weren't talking about all the stuff that they're talking about now. Though, not saying I don't like my ratchet music, not saying I don't like my City Girls and my Cardi B. Don't get me wrong, or Meg Thee Stallion. I can have that in small dosage, but I can't listen to that all the time. But I can listen to Justin Timberlake and Timberland all day. I can listen to I remember Justin Timberlake was in his heyday. I can listen to that JT album all day. I can listen to Golden all day. I can put that on a loop. I can put August D on a loop. It reminds me of the music that I grew up in my 20s listening to at house parties and clubs. It reminds me of that kind of music. So I like that. I like that kind of like 2000s. That was my heyday. That's why your girl was in the club like, like that was me in my 20s. I was in the club. I like that kind of upbeat tempo R&B rap music. The stuff that they play now, I can't. You know what? I love Taylor. Like I said, I respect Taylor Swift, but her music, I'm just not a fan. I love Beyonce as a person. I'm just not a fan. And so with the Grammys, I think like I'm going to say things that are going to be like controversial. When it comes to BTS, and God knows I love BTS and they're talented. Don't get me wrong. Okay, y'all. Like I'm not trying to. They are talented. They're as talented even more than a lot of the artists that are out here that are fake. When I say fake, really produced by their record companies, artists out here. Whether you're talking about K-pop or talking about American music industry. But BTS doesn't get the recognition that they deserve. BTS does not get the push that they deserve because they are still considered a foreign group or a K-pop boy band. When you talk to people who are not K-pop fans, who are not ARMY, who are not BTS casuals, who are not K-pop, even K-pop casuals, when you talk to people who just listen to music, and then again, and I'd say with me, I don't know anybody that likes BTS except for one person in my regular life. When I talk to people I work with, whether they even young people, when I talk to my kids who are teenagers, to them BTS is just this K-pop boy band. Like when you talk to people, like I go to my dentist office, my coworkers, and you mention BTS, they're like, who? And then if I say smooth like butter, they're like, oh yeah. Or if I sing Dynamite, then they're like, oh yeah, they know Butter and Dynamite, but they don't know BTS. So to them, BTS is like, oh, that Korean boy group. They don't know RM's all the songs that RM has came out with. They don't know J-Hope went to Lollapalooza. They don't know that I have to school people all the time. I have to, y'all understand. I have to school people all the time that August D it had a whole concert, a sold out concert in America and in Asia, because he had to get ready to get into the military service in September, and that he has had some of the highest rated and selling rap album the time that D-Day came out. People are like, who? People don't know who August D is. They don't know who Suga is. So even though Suga has sold out concerts and sold out, you know, it is beloved. And I think Suga's album, I put him up against any Eminem. Yeah, I said what I said. Look, some of y'all not gonna like it. I said what I said. I will put August D up against Eminem anytime. You know, even though Eminem been in the game a long time, Eminem is prolific, and I love Eminem personally. I like him. Don't get me wrong. But I would put his album up against Eminem's albums anytime. I would put Suga up against anybody that's popular in the rap game. Suga is a prolific rapper. He is unique, dynamic. But in America, here, people don't know, people don't recognize, especially in hip hop circles, RM and Suga. They are very much on the outside. So when we're talking about the Grammys, when you're talking about the Grammys, it's a sore spot for me because I know I take the Grammys for is what it is. And I hear armies talking about, well, who cares about the Grammys? Da, da, da. But being nominated for a Grammy is a big deal, whether people like it or not. Winning a Grammy is a big deal, whether people like it or not, or people think it's rigged or not. It is. But the idea that people lately I've been reading online trying to diminish what the Grammy is, look, I don't like the system just as much as y'all do. I believe that REM should have got nominated. I even though I didn't even like Right Time, Right Place, or whatever his album was, I didn't even like it. It wasn't my type of music, but I feel like it's the type of music that like critics, but they won't hear BTS or they won't acknowledge them because BTS is on the outside looking in. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That when it comes to casual music fans of what's played on the radio, BTS don't get as much credit as they should. BTS has sold out concerts. BTS has sold Jimin. Like I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Y'all know Jimin, who Jimin, like the song, you know, the song by Jimin, who. Y'all know that song has hit the Billboard. I tell people this. I say, go look. Like my kids are like, Jimin, like BTS Jimin. I said, go look at the Billboard. My kids' mouth dropped. They were like shocked that like Jimin was in the top 5, up there with Billie Eilish and Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars and Sabrina Carpenter. They were like, no, Mom, you're lying. No, Mom, you're lying. I'm like, pull it up. Get your phone. Pull it up. Nah. It's Jimin. They look, they're like, Jimin. Like, they were in shock. They was like, Jimin? They like, what is this song? So they went and listened to the song a little bit, and they was like, oh, okay. But I'm telling you, my kids were like, Jimin. They were in shock. I said, go look up. Because when, you know, the thing that happened with Suga and August D and Snooze was up there, and they was like, on the rap charts. August D on the rap charts. Man, whatever. Go look. Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, Spotify. Oh, yeah, he's charting on Spotify. Oh, he's in the top 10. People don't know these things. Most people are very limited in what they listen to. You know, they say I'm speaking the truth. I'm from Miami, and my BTS, you're everything. Hi, BTS Army fangirl, #1, Cheryl. Hey, you know, they got #1s. JK got #1 after #1. My kids do know who JK is. They do know his songs. But my kids heard songs. They didn't even know it was JK. When they heard that song, well, if you want it, let me hear it, slow motion. We would hear the song in the store. Before I even know that was JK, people know that song. People know that song. People know that song. What was it? Jack Harlow. People like, oh, that's a Jack Harlow song. I said, that's a Jack Harlow song. That's what my kids said. 3D. Yes, 3D. When JK was talking about he was going to give it to you in 3D, I was like, back, JK, back. When JK was talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my kids know that song. But they didn't realize, they was like, wait a minute, that's Jungkook from BTS? They didn't realize that was Jungkook. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They heard the song before. They didn't see TikTok videos and dance challenges, and you hear the song in the store. At the end of the night, JK said he's going to be loving you right. Uncensored version, he said he's going to be effing you right. I was like, JK, take you and your devil music back. Go. Stop breaking my bias. That song's fire, though. People didn't know who that was. The song has been on commercials. The song has been on TikTok. The song has been, like I said, we at the grocery store, and I hear, if you want it. I didn't know that was JK. I thought it was Jack Harlow's song. People choose to stay in their bubbles. Yeah, that's true. You know. Like I said, my kids be singing BTS song. And not even know it's a BTS song. Who is my heart waiting for? Na, 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 na. I heard somebody singing that the other day. I looked at them. I was like, do they even know that's a Jimin song? They may have heard it somewhere and it just got like an earworm. You know, how songs get stuck in your head. And you're like, who is my heart waiting for? Like some people be singing songs, they don't even know it's Jimin. They hear it at the store. You walk through the store, walk through Walmart, Target, you hear a song, and it gets stuck in your head, and you be like, who is this? You don't even know who it is. I heard somebody singing Jimin. I looked at them like, do she even know what this song is? She probably didn't even know who sung the song. She probably was just assuming it was some other artist. So like I said, when it comes to the Grammys and coming BTS getting their due, BTS sells, they sell. They are some of the most highest selling artists in the industry, in the history of the industry. But they don't get their due because casual music fans don't know who BTS is. And then another thing that we have to bring up is that a lot of the reason is because BTS and HYBE don't play the game. They don't play the game. Like, it's almost like, I watched a video where they're talking about, it's almost like payola, even though payola's been outlawed in by the law, and it's not favored, but it still goes on. She said that was part of her in the song singing Jimin. I made you laugh, Amanda. Oh, okay. I'm glad I made you laugh, Amanda. I appreciate it. But I'm just like, y'all know the Grammys is just like a payola. And then they pay, same thing about radio. Like the artists make deals with DJs and companies, radio companies to make sure their artists get played on the radio. And in the music industry, they kind of anoint their favorites. Like I'm not trying to drag Sabrina Carpenter. Y'all don't come for me, but I don't get her. I don't get how Sabrina Carpenter went from being an actress into like now she's like her song. I've heard one Sabrina Carpenter song. One. I don't hear her music anywhere. There are some years that people get nominated for a Grammy and I'm just like, who? Not saying that I'm plugged into the music because I'm not really into music like that. But so the Grammys, they will nominate people that a lot of us are like, we barely even heard any music. Oh, I'll be like, I didn't even know that person even came out with an album. Oh, like you won't even know it. But BTS can't get nominated. But I'm telling you the reason why, y'all. It's because of the music industry itself. And BTS, a lot of people in the music industry feel like BTS hasn't paid their dues. They haven't groveled enough. They don't bring enough money to the American music industry. That's why HYBE had to go make deals with Geffen Records and get them to be distributors. How like HYBE has Geffen as their distributor. But even then, even with Geffen distributing Jimin's album, there was a whole thing online when Jimin's albums came out, because it's kind of like they treat HYBE and BTS and their solos as like an afterthought. Like they really don't respect Army, they don't respect BTS, they don't respect HYBE, they don't respect them. Hello, Katie, Kai. BTS don't suck up to, yeah, they don't suck up to the people. They don't go to, and then like, let's talk about the industry parties. A lot of part about getting nominated for Grammys is who you schmooze with. So BTS, in order to get nominated for a lot of things, they would have to be in LA, and they would have to be in these industry parties, sucking up to these executives and these people and stuff like that. That's part of the game as well. So that's part of it too. So not only just the money aspect, but then it's also it's really about who you know and who you don't know. When these artists go to industry parties, they go to industry parties, a lot of times the network. But BTS, they don't go to industry parties. They don't suck up to they're not at the Diddy freak offs. I don't want to see them at a freak off. I don't want to see them at a freak off. Stay away from all that, BTS. Stay away from Diddy. Stay away. Like, I don't want them. So my daughter loves Sabrina, that song Taste Through it. I had to listen to her some music. I've only heard like one or two songs of hers, and I was just like, okay, not my type of music. BTS should win a Grammy. They earned it. Yeah, they have earned it more. They do. They got nominated for a Grammy. Then after the Grammys, they didn't go to the Grammy party or the after parties. They got on Weverse Lives and interacted with the fans. But again, like, I don't, like I said, I don't know what has to give. Like, I don't know if BTS needs a Grammy. I'm to the idea that BTS doesn't need a Grammy. That when BTS does have a comeback, they'll nominate them to bring them on the show and everything. But do BTS need a Grammy? No. Does BTS want a Grammy? Yes. Does HYBE want a Grammy? Yes. Should they want a Grammy? Yeah. I would say yeah. It will bring BTS to a different level, winning a Grammy. Like I said, whether y'all like it or not. But winning a Grammy is kind of like a prestige thing, But are BTS going to play the game? Can they win the Grammy without playing a game? I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know if BTS will be able to win a Grammy without having a huge PR campaign and having a PR firm in America set up to push BTS. They would have to put a lot of money, time, and organization behind a PR campaign to push BTS when they do their comeback and they come out with the album. Because the way things are done now in the music industry, even with them having Dynamite and Butter, I don't think HYBE spent a lot of money in America. They maybe not have had the resources then to really push and hire a PR firm and get inside these industries. But then again, like I have to say, it's hard for them to get inside the industry because they're not American. And like I said, I tell a lot of people, there's a lot of xenophobia in the music industry in America, period. Do they want a popular Korean group, whether they be BTS or anyone else, to infiltrate the American market? No, they do not. They don't want to lose the market share and the control of the music industry to anybody outside of America, outside of the music industry. That way it exists now. The old guard in the music industry covets their position, and their position means lots of money. And so BTS would have to pay to play. That's the only thing I can offer them, is they have to pay to play. But does the Grammys mean a lot? Yeah. It would mean a lot for them to win a Grammy. It would bring more collaborations. It would bring more endorsements, more brand deals. It would have them do more inroads in the music industry, and HYBE will be able to set up operations here in America, and it would bring them a lot more to HYBE, to their branding and all of that. Do they need it? I mean, not in particularly, no. But that's like the last hurdle of them really trying to break into the Western market. I feel that's the reason why they push it. That's the reason why it's so important. And even though armies are out there like, who cares? Da, 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 but it is a big deal in the industry. It is a big deal to have the Grammy nomination, even a nomination attached to your name. It is a big deal for you to win a Grammy, because inside the business, it means something. Like I said, to us out here, and to their fan base, and to the people that buy their music, it means nothing. It's inconsequential. But inside the business, I promise you, there are always talks going on about Grammys. It is a very thing that will open a lot of doors in the industry, whether people like it or not. I mean, the industry is gatekept, period. Like I said, my family was in the music industry and like behind the scenes, um, like producers, session musicians, choreographers, and so yeah, you have to pay to play a lot of times. You have to go to the industry parties and schmooze with people. Same thing about Hollywood. Hollywood is a business about really about who you know and who you don't piss off and who likes you and who doesn't like you. That's pretty much the industry. And like I said, I don't know the background about what BTS have done and what HYBE has not done. But I can tell you, like going forward in the future, if they want to win a Grammy, they're gonna have to go to those after parties and talk. And I understand there's a language barrier. RM speaks English, and I understand that all of them are working. They all have different levels of English and working on that. But that's just how it is. Hybe bought a bunch of American labels. Yeah, they're trying to expand into. Hybe is trying to expand all the markets. Yeah, they scared BTS will take everything and leave the American people with nothing. But that's what they're scared of. They're like, if they come over here and they get this and get that, we're not going to get a cut of it. That's really what it's about, and which is sad. And I don't, you know, they're now on the same label with Justin Bieber more. Yeah, they have a distributor. They have Geffen Records as their distributor, which they still shaded them with Jimin. There was a whole thing about that Geffen executive that went online and said that stuff. Y'all remember that? That Geffen executive like shaded them. Like he said stuff about them that was like not cool. Um, so I don't want them to sell their soul for a jelly roll. You know what I'm saying? I don't want BTS to lie on the altar of American music and sell their soul and sell out. I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to go to freak offs. I don't want them to go to the other Diddy party. And let me add something else in here. Kids, let me break this down for y'all. When the whole thing came out with Diddy, and he's in trouble with the law and is in jail where he rightfully should be. And it came out that Diddy had a lot of power in the industry. And so a lot of these people went to these parties because Diddy had a lot of influence in the industry. Diddy has been in the industry for since the 80s. Diddy started out as an intern in A&M Records. Diddy has seen things and learned things from other people in the business. What Diddy was doing was nothing really that different than other men have done in the business. The music industry and the entertainment industry, since it was formed, since they started forming these record companies, these movie companies back in the 30s, and when they figured out they could make money off of people recording on a vinyl disc, when RCA created that technology of making records and people being able to record a voice, when radio was invented and radio came out, when motion pictures came and they started to form these companies, these record labels, these companies, and as time goes on and they've gotten bigger and bigger and they've made more money and more money, and people realize that they can have people record things and they could sell it and put commercials on it and codify it and get money off of it. Yay, capitalism, right? So once people have figured this out, y'all gotta understand the history of the movie industry and the music industry is people coming together not because of love of the art, but the love of exploitation. These people who created these movie industries, these Warner Brothers, people like that, they wanted to exploit people. Just like they did with the vaudeville when everything was on stage. When they had these dancing girls and they had these burlesque shows and they had these, actors and singers and musicals on the stage, people would exploit the singers, the musicians, the actresses. They would exploit them in many horrific ways. A lot of these dance hall girls and these cabaret singers on the side, they were selling their bodies. Okay. Nothing has changed. It's just in different forms. So we have technology now. But in the vaudeville days, in the days of stage entertainment, before records, women and men were selling their bodies to rich people. Rich people would come and watch these shows. They would be like, "Ooh, she's cute," or "Ooh, he's cute," because that happened too. "He look good. She's beautiful. She has a wonderful voice. I want to meet her backstage." They would get them backstage, either influence them, offer them money, say, "I'm going to blow up your career. All you got to do is go to bed with me. That's all you got to do is sleep with me." This has been going on since the entertainment, since entertainment became a big deal and a cash cow. Rich, powerful men looking at beautiful, talented men and women and exploiting them for their own gain in some type of way. So it's always been a pimp, hoe kind of thing. So when they started forming these record companies and these music companies and stuff like that, a lot of these companies were started and bankrolled by organized crime. I'm not making things up. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not my opinion. You can go look it up. The history of a lot of these music companies, they needed seed money, organized crime. We're talking about the mafia. The mafia bankrolled a lot of these music companies, these industry. They bankrolled, they paid for it, they helped produce films. They were in bed with the mafia and the mob and organized crime for a long time. People say even still down to this day. So if you know anything about the Korean music industry, you know about Burning Sun. That was just one guy doing things. But these executives behind the scenes, whether they be in America, whether they be in Korea, whether they be anywhere, are behind the scenes doing things. Y'all heard about Omega X. Come on now. Have y'all heard about Omega X? And what they went through? There are always going to be unscrupulous people looking to use young people who have a dream. You know what I'm saying? They have a dream. They're trainees. We all heard, y'all should all know the stories about trainees, about how horrible they get treated and how horrible they get exploited. The starvation, the having to go to dinner parties and hang out with Korean businessmen. Like y'all know that this happens in the industry. Ain't nothing new. See, the one and only said it ain't nothing new. So when they talk about Diddy and Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, this is nothing new. They've been doing this since the early turn of the century. Y'all think these can girls in France and at these burlesque shows, these Moulin Rouge shows, what you think they was doing behind stage? How you think a lot of these actresses back in the 20s and 30s, they had furs and they had cars and they dated really rich boyfriends. They had affairs with rich businessmen. How many times we never heard about Carnegie and JP Morgan and all of these rich businessmen, these titans of the industry that had these starlets, these 20-some-year-old singers, dancers, opera singers, whatever on their arm, their mistresses. This has been happening and then again, I tell y'all, some of these powerful men had boys, had men on their arms, but people don't talk about that. And they had parties. They had parties back then where they were getting women drunk. They had parties back then where they were exploiting underage people. All of this didn't start with just Epstein and Weinstein and Diddy and R. Kelly. This has been going on in the industry for years. So I would say the industry is not for the faint of heart. I said if you have somebody in your life that wants to get in the industry, this is the things that they're going to deal with. These are the things they're going to face. Again, my family members are in the industry who have hung out and went to cocaine parties in the 70s and the 60s. I was like, y'all think things are bad now? Back in the 60s and 70s, I challenged that. I challenged that notion. Because in the 60s and the 70s, they perfected the art of freak-offs. They perfected the art of cocaine parties. They perfected the art of, this is the days before social media. It's the days before cell phones. People were doing all kinds of things in the 60s and 70s at these industry parties. They were doing all kinds of illegal things, like things that that nobody would even fathom. But nobody talked about because there wasn't social media. There wasn't people there with cell phones. People just got away with stuff. People abused people, beat people, essayed women, essayed men all the time. And they just got away with it because that was the industry. Start listening to BTS since 2020. Oh, yeah. And it's never, like Amanda said, it is never going to stop. It won't stop. So with BTS winning a Grammy in the industry, I would like for them to, but I don't want them to sell their soul. I don't want them to sell their soul for a jelly roll. I don't want them to feel like they have to go to industry parties and schmooze with these people. Because trust me, best believe, do y'all not think there's some executives that want a piece of BTS? I mean, like sexually. How many executives out there would want a piece of BTS? Would want one or many? I can't tell you. It's an industry. I can't tell you. These are attractive men. Do you think that there's not executives looking at BTS like just go ahead and let me get a hold of one of them? You want a Grammy? Oh, they can come to my party anytime. Like they're good looking men. They're exceptionally good looking men. There are industry executives that would love to get a piece of BTS. That would love to get one of them and turn them out in some way. They would love to exploit them. And then once you get exploited, you get blackmailed. So how long before somebody's going to be exploiting them and blackmailing them? Because that happens in the industry as well. People get exploited, people get blackmailed. And so I would say BTS, they need to stay away from all of that. I mean, it maybe in small doses, but they have to be smart about it and not be naive about it. And definitely have people around them that mean them well. The music industry in Korea and in America reflects each other. How do you think? I said, when you talk about SM Entertainment and the history of SM, honey, JYP, the Suleiman, the one who started SM, and Bang PD, where did they go? They went to America and lived here in America and learned about the ins and outs of the American industry. They have learned what they needed to do and adopted it to a Korean system. But they learned. The whole reason why we even have a trainee system is because they came to America and didn't like the freedom that the artists had and didn't like the fact that it was so varied that they basically was like, oh no, we're going to start a trainee system so we can rein this in and control their image, control what they eat, where they go, what they look like. It was a catch and control kind of thing. That's different here in America. So whatever you see in Korea, y'all don't think behind closed doors they exploiting people. They're doing the same thing because they learned it. They learned it from us in America. They learned it from the executives here in America. And then they learned to have more control over their artists, so their artists won't tell nobody. If you tell somebody, we're going to disband your group, you kicked out the group. You make too much trouble. They don't want that. They don't want people writing tell-alls and going to the media. Oh, no. They want to be able to control their artists with these slave contracts like they used to have, and they still do have them. And they want to be able to control the artists in Korea. So they can't go back and tell things. So they can't whistleblow and be like, this person did this and this person did that. They don't want that. They don't want it to be put out there that these executives are like, hitting on girl group members and boy group members, because it happens. And like I said, nobody can tell me it doesn't happen in the Korean music industry. Because the entertainment industry is what it is. It's exploitive by nature. You're having somebody on stage or on an album or record singing and dancing, trying to achieve their dreams, and they're willing to do anything to achieve their dreams. And when you get somebody telling you and they're young and they're impressionable, and they're 17, 18, hell, now these trainees are 13, 14 years old these days. They're young. They pumping them out younger every year in K-pop. So if they're desperate, and then here's the other part, their parents are desperate. Y'all want to talk about parents in America? And y'all not talking about them parents in Korea? Y'all not talking about them New Jeans parents? Y'all not talking about these parents out here and their kids being a trainee at 12, 13 years old? But y'all want to talk about the parents here? We don't have children stars here. At least Korea, they have that. At least we don't have that here. We don't have young people like that, anymore. But in Korea, they do. So their parents are not trying to exploit them or be able to see if my kid's going to get rich. Girl, you're nodding your head everything I'm saying. Like, it's exploitation on the parents' level too. People get mad because Diddy and R. Kelly was messing around with little kids, little boys and stuff. I'm like, because the parents were like, here, train my son. And I guarantee the parents didn't expect that to happen. But I'm like, what happens in K-pop too? These trainees get younger and younger each year. These girl groups would be like 16, 15. And the things that they singing about gets a little bit more suggestive, and I'm like, they singing about cookies and stuff, and they ain't really singing about cookies. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know they girls up here singing, and they wearing these little shorts, and they talking about smarter, baby, smarter, and they whining and shaking their hips, and you're like, wait a minute, she's 17, she's 16. Wait, how old is that one? She look real young. What they singing about? What they wearing? How old is that? And any men up here, the old opas are the fans of them, the old opas, and these girls performing, in different places outside. When they first starting out, they out performing on the streets, and you see these men looking at them like they're wearing their little schoolgirl outfits, the short skirt, the skirts about this long, skirts about that long. They little legs just dancing, they little legs up there dancing, and they little short skirts by here, barely covering up anything. And they like 15, 16. And I'm like, I'm like, they're the little girls. I'm like, and you see them old men standing around watching, just looking like this. It is the old Hollywood system. I'm glad Big Hit wasn't like that and didn't exploit BTS like that. I hope to God that we don't find out that they were exploited. Because like I said, from what I've heard about the business, it's about young men and young women being woken up to host parties for investors, stuff like that. Especially when they're coming from a smaller management group. Like I know this goes on, okay? But I hope BTS weren't exploited like that. I hope that they weren't required to host parties to male and female executives and sit there with them, and they had these men and women put their hand on their leg and stroke their hair. And I don't want nobody touching my yoongi. You get your filthy, nasty executive hands off my sugar. Don't you be touching my sugar. You leave little yoongi alone. And our little yoongi was so skinny back in the day, and he was so skinny. And he looked so frail. And I was like, I could just imagine some like executive like drooling all over my poor yoongi when he was like 20, 21 years old. Like I could see that. But I don't know. Yoongi don't seem like the type that would put up with nobody's shit though. He seemed like he would type, but it would probably punch somebody first. I saw the BTS zombies. And Yoongi was the first one that was finna buck up on him. I was like, that's my man. That's my husband up there. He was finna knock a zombie out. So I can see Yoongi just, putting up with some dude putting his hand on his leg. I can see Yoongi being like, bro, like, you better go on with that. Like, I can see that. But I hope nobody tried to exploit little JK. Because, Jungkook, when I watched this, I didn't realize how young he really was. And so, I like, as a parent who has a kid the same age, I couldn't imagine sending my son off to live his dream. But I'm really worried about JK and the things that he has seen throughout the industry, being like 15, 16 years old and being very young and impressionable in the business. And I can see, like, I don't want me to throw disparaging things at JK, but I've seen a change in his personality from the time he started. And granted, he was young to the time now. I can see he's a bit more hard edge. He's still sweet. He's still sweet little bunny JK. But I can see where there's kind of like a loneliness to him. There's kind of like a softness to him, but then there's also kind of like a hard edge to him that I can see where kind of like this industry may have toughened him up a little bit and maybe have made him be rough around the edges a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing into things, but I just see like the progression of his personality, his behavior. He started out very shy and kind of quiet, and then I've noticed over the years he's become more into himself as a man, and that's a good thing. He's grown up. And I want him to grow up. I don't want him to be like a little infant. But then there's certain things that he's said in interviews and things that I just kind of feel like, like, is that his real personality, or this is the way he's had to be in order to protect himself mentally and emotionally? Like, I don't know if y'all feel that way, but I do. Like, I watched the JK, the clips and the movie and everything, and I just kind of feel like, he's kind of changed. And I didn't expect him to stay the same, but I just kind of see like a rough edge around. Like, he puts kind of more of a cocoon around him, because I feel like, like, who hurt you, JK? Like, somebody hurt him. I just feel like somebody either broke his heart or hurt him. Like, I just feel that there's like a loneliness to him. There's like a real vulnerability to him that I've seen over the years. It just kind of like made me go, he was 13. Yeah, he was 13. Yeah, see, Amanda says I'm right. You feel the same as me, Amanda? I guess because that's the, and then on top of that, Amanda, you older, um, and BTS Army fangirl sees it too. I thought it was just me, and then I talked to my sister-in-law, and she noticed it too. That there's a hardening of him, and there's some certain things that he say that I'm just like, eh? It just kind of smacks of somebody who's seen things or been around things that maybe they shouldn't have seen or been around. And so I hope JK is, he'll be okay on unscathed. He was so young though. It just like I said, I see a hardening of him that I don't really see in the other members. I really see it in JK. Like J-Hope is J-Hope to me. RM is wise and kind and introspective and intuitive. Suga is Suga. Suga's always been Suga. Suga always been, the two sides dynamic. But with JK, Jin has always been Jin. He's always playful. He's always positive. But with JK, I just see such a change in his behavior. Like I just see his personality shift to something a bit more. I don't know. I can't explain it. Like I said, it's not necessarily something bad, but to me, it's a difference that I noticed, in his behavior and like the way he acts and the way he thinks and the things he said. And I'm just like, there's something nagging in the back of my brain that there's something there that's kind of like, okay. I just feel like there's a vulnerability to him that I didn't really see when he was younger. And that really like around 2017, 2018, I really started to notice like in the way things that he said and his actions, there's this kind of like a hard edge and there's kind of like a vulnerability to him that I feel like maybe he's seen a little bit too much at too early of an age. And I think it's good that they do look out for him. But I just couldn't imagine, JK is so talented and so good looking and so talented that I hope nobody hurt him. I really heard that nobody has really hurt him, maybe emotionally. Maybe he's had some girlfriends that have maybe hurt his heart a little bit. But I really hope that nobody's really hurt him and made him. I think wait a minute. I think the sense that I get is a jadedness about him. That's what it is. That's what it is. I couldn't put it into words, but I got it. It's a sense of jadedness about him. Like there's certain things he says, it kind of comes across as callous and jaded. And I'm like, he seems a little jaded to me. I'm like, is that a sense of jadedness? That's the feeling I get from JK. It's a jadedness. It's a cynical jadedness. Like, yeah, so sometimes he'll say things and it's very flippant. And I'm just like, but it'll be real deep if you really listen to it. So yeah, that's what I feel. It's a sense of cynical and jadedness. Like he seems jaded in some ways with the business and everything about it. And then him saying things about protecting artists and protecting young people. I think like that's a real thing to him. I think he feels that internally and deeply, So how did I put my finger on it? It's like he was hurt by someone or so. Yeah, it sounds like he was hurt by someone or something, or someone disappointed him. And like I said, I hope that it's not a tough hurt. I hope that it's not anything that bad. But I do feel like it's a sense of jadedness that I get in his flippant comments sometimes. Why are you ignoring me? Please reply. What? My world 77? I'm not ignoring you, baby. What? I don't see. I'm not ignoring you. Please reply to me. Hi, my world 77. I'm not ignoring you at all. I think he works out. He's physically strong. Yeah, I have no doubt that JK can physically protect himself. But when he was younger, I don't know. Like, I don't know. When he was 13, 14, 15 years old, he had those wide Bambi eyes and that look. Like, I see him much more innocent. And then, like, as time went on, I'm just like, oh, his innocence is slipping. Like, you can just tell. Like, his innocence was being, like, even when he was young age. I don't know. Like I said, this is just my opinion. I may be wrong. But even when I saw videos of him, like, between the time when he first started, when he was like 16, 17, I could see, like, his innocence was slipping. Like, I could see his innocence was, like, falling away. I can tell that, like his body, like I tell y'all before, I'm a body language person. I can tell in a person the way they move, the way they talk, and in his body language, I felt like his innocence was lost when he was like 16, 17. I really felt like his innocence was kind of slipping in. And just his body language, like just a way a person carries themselves that's different between a child and an adult. It's in your body language. And I just felt like, I said, wait a minute. Like I went back and started watching the video. Like if you go back and watch the progressions of videos and you watch JK a lot, you can see in his mannerisms that by the time he was 16, 17, I feel like something's going on. Like his body language is much more mannish and much more more like somebody that should be older than him being like 17, 18. Like it was much more of like an older man. And it just struck me as something very, and I was like, maybe I'm just imagining things, you know. I think he went through a bit of pain. Yeah, I think he did too, you know. Baby Mochi said they had moments in 2017 or 18 cause they got popular so fast, they were overworked. Yeah, I heard that V wanted to quit. That V was burnt out in 2018. And you know, as far as we know, he does not have a girlfriend. As far as we know, I'm just gonna leave it there. I think JK has had girlfriends. I think maybe not girlfriends as we think it is. Maybe dalliances, like maybe maybe hooking up, maybe talking to different women. Maybe an older woman. Like I don't know. I'm like JK, who hurt you? Was it an older woman that turned you out? JK, who hurt you? I just want to know. Like I was like, did he hurt you? Pooja said, "You are a BTS. Thank you, honey. I think you went through a bit of pain. Yeah, I think maybe he's seen a side of the business that may have made him more jaded. And I think it wasn't anything particularly pleasant or good. Because I mean, do I feel like BTS was exploited? I do. To a certain level. I think they worked a lot. They worked hard and they worked a lot. And from what the things that I do know, which is not I mean, I'm no expert. I just see them going through the ringer between like 2016 and 2019. I just see them going through it. Like I see their stage performance and how hard they worked. And there was times they be passing out. Like, I mean, I'm just like, Lord, they didn't been through it. They backstage about to pass out. JK about to hyperventilate. Like he about to pass out. Like all of them are just, they're sick all the time. They're poor Sugar, his weight is going up and down, up and down, up and down. Poor Sugar over here eating an apple a day. Y'all got my boy over here eating an apple a day. Like Sugar's weight is just fluctuating, and I'm just like, and then, learn the things that we learn now about Sugar saying in 2018 that he would cry all the time, that he'd be in the shower crying. He'd be crying to RM. Like yoongi just cried all the time because they were getting so big and he was scared and he didn't know, and he felt the pressure and anxiety. And then V wanted to quit. V was burnt out and wanted to quit. All of them wanted to quit. Like, and then they were hated so hard in Korea. And it was just a relentless pace of them touring, doing video shows, doing music. Like, it was just relentless. So I can just imagine a poor impressionable JK, even when they first started, they were hated on and they went through a lot. So I can just imagine him being so impressionable at such an early age that I'm sure that had to wear on him psychologically. I'm sure that did made him have, they were going through the ringer. Yeah. He was also scared to, what is a microwave? Who is scared of a microwave? Somebody said the other day, somebody was scared of the microwave. I don't know who it was. It JK that's the one who was scared of the microwave girl. Relentless. Yeah, it was relentless. I'm not much of a shipper, but I love their brotherly love. I'm not a shipper either. I'm not a shipper until I get some evidence. I'm not a shipper nothing until I get some evidence, y'all. But like I said, for everything they've been through the industry, I don't know if a Grammy will ever come for them. There are plenty of artists out there who are decorated artists, who are legendary artists that have never won a Grammy. And BTS may just be in that category. They may never win a Grammy. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Like I said, anything to keep BTS from selling their soul for a jelly roll. If they don't want to schmooze at parties, if they don't want to, kiss the rings of executives, and HYBE doesn't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on an award campaign because that's what you got to do, and ship BTS off to party after party after party. If they don't want to do that, then Jungkook is scared. You think he's scared? Jungkook was scared. He's scared. Who is my bias? Sugar. Sugar's my bias. If that they could explode. Yeah. They all were scared that they were going to get really, 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 really big. And then the pressure behind that. And imagine, imagine artists in America being scared that they're going to blow up. That's something that's a sentiment that was lost on me. I was like, they were scared that they were going to blow up. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me rerun and watch this video. Cause I was like, they were really going through it. They were like I said, poor Sugar was crying like every other day because he was under so much pressure to be like, okay, I need to create hits. I need to compose stuff. I need to write stuff. What if I can't write? What if I let everybody down? Him and RM were like literally in the studio crying every other day. like, that tripped me out because I don't know any artists in America, or at least they've admitted it, that they've ever been like they got to be so big that they didn't enjoy it, that they were actually crying in the shower. I don't know any American artists who've ever said that. Like once somebody gets big, most of the people are like, "Oh my God, I'm so big. I'm happy. I get all this money." And either they flame out and become a one-hit wonder or one album wonder, or they end up putting themselves in gear and come out with, they come out with a multiple albums and multiple hits. But I don't know anybody who's like sitting there going, "Oh my God, like what are we gonna do now? We're so big." I'm like, huh? Like they were really tore up about that. Like that was just so weird to me. JK was scared of microwaves. He thought they might explode. Oh, is that what it was? He thought the microwaves might explode. Y'all playing with me today. I heard that. Somebody else said that, and I thought they was joking. So they were doing 16-hour. Yeah, they were training. They were doing rehearsals, and yeah, they was just yeah. A lot of members got hurt. I mean, and like I said, I don't know. I just feel like the other members being older, and even them, I feel like their growth has been stunted. Like I really do feel like BTS, their psychological growth has been stunted, and I feel like their mental health has been stunted because especially JK being so young. Like I think that really like the trainee life and the band life is not good for somebody that's like 15 years old. Like it's not good for somebody really grown. But I think that the other ones have had a time to go through school and maybe had a relationship. But I think all of them that their growth as human beings has really been stunted. Like I think that they now are coming into their own as men, and now they have had time a breather and military and hiatus to do their solo projects and to live their dreams, doing solo projects, and they can come back together. But I think that like BTS members individually, I think they have a lot of growing to do because I think all that touring and them being in the rat race of industry for 13 years, that is a long time. That they really haven't had a chance to really live life the way that normal people would live life. And I think that has like stunted them, their growth, on a social level, on a, I just think that like, it is like stunted themselves on, so many levels. And like I said, it's not nothing that they could help or they can prevent, but I just think that like hopefully when they come out the military, they can they can, grow as 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 people, that they can grow, into their own selves and their own maturity. But I just feel that like, like their really young adulthood was kind of, taken. Because in your, teens and 20s, those are the time that you grow. You date, you learn life, you work, you go through college and all that stuff. You do most of your, your growing and maturity when leading up to your 30s, your life experiences in your 20s. And for them to experience the ruthlessness of the business, for them to experience and seen the things in the business that they've seen and had executives exploit them and have other entities outside of HYBE, outside of Big Hit, affect their lives and affect their careers and things that we don't even know that goes on behind the scenes that they've had to deal with. I just hopefully that they'll be able to grow and change as the time to come, and they will be able to live happy lives even if they got to, outside of music. Like I want them to get married and have babies. I want them to be happy. Like I don't want them to be like 50 years old and they still bad. Like I sat there and watched the story of G Dragon and about his life and his mental health issues and his struggles. G Dragon got a new song out right now, y'all. If y'all don't really know, but I love G Dragon and I love his story and how he's been a childhood star um since he was a kid. I mean, when I say kid, I mean like 5 years old. His mom was pushing him out there, right? And so G Dragon, if you don't know his story, it's heartbreaking. He's made it through this business. I don't know how he survived through this business because it is literally heartbreaking, G Dragon. So if you don't know his story, there's videos online where you can watch a documentary about his. I mean, you got to think G Dragon was part of Big Bang, the biggest K-pop group before BTS, and the things that he's gone through and the mental health struggles and how he was dogged in the press. It is just it's stunning. And I know that like G Dragon has suffered. I mean, he suffered even recently. Like how they accusing him of, he had to do the drug testing to go to police, and they was trying to catch him up in this thing with the actor that ended his life. And I mean, G Dragon is going through it, and then he's still lonely. He still doesn't have a wife and kids. That he was saying he gone in interviews saying that being a K-pop idol is a lonely lifestyle, that you don't really have any friends. BTS themselves have remarked that they don't have friends in the industry. They don't really have a lot of friends unless you had friends from when before you became an idol. That some of them have kept in contact with those people, but the ones who haven't, they go home alone. They wake up alone. They may, get a girlfriend here and there, but then a lot of times, it don't last in the idol industry because who wants to be in a secret relationship with somebody? Like who wants to be with somebody and you can't be with this person? You can't come out and hold hands with this person. You can't let the world know that you're dating this person. Everything has to be seen in secret and done in secret, and not especially with women. Like men is a little bit, y'all, ladies, men different. But for women, girl, women are like, I gotta be a secret, and you just want to see me, and we can't go anywhere, and we gotta what? A lot of women. I just don't see a lot of women, even Korean ones, even ones in the industry, that are willing to go with that. They're willing to be okay with just okay. I'm just gonna see you at your house. Or I'm gonna see you at my house, or we gotta go sneak the hotel. They'll be like, I don't. This doesn't really seem like a relationship, but okay. G Dragon was one of the reasons JK wanted to become an idol. G Dragon is a star. He's a star. The marketing, like you're teenagers. They barely had a childhood. They barely had lifetime to experience life. All the joys and the ups and downs of life. Companies have contracts saying they can't date at all. Even though HYBE come out and say, but even if they don't have that in their contract, the backlash from the public is gonna kill the relationship. When they talking about V and Jenny was supposedly dating it. And to be honest with you, it just got leaked. Like, I don't think, and to be honest, my opinion about the V and Jenny thing, I don't think V and Jenny were really, I think they were just dating. I don't think it really was like this deep relationship. I think they were just kind of seeing, they was hanging out, they were probably sleeping together. They was probably doing, I mean, they're two very beautiful people. Like, so I think that they were friends first, and then they kind of ended up gravitating towards each other. And I don't think people was trying to make it out like it was this big love thing like it was. I think he was just kicking it with Jenny, and they was maybe sleeping together. And then I think that was it. I think Jenny was wrapped up in her career. I think V was wrapped up in his career, and I think it just kind of accidentally got out there, like that they were actually seen together doing anything. But I don't think it was really like this love affair, like V is in love with Jenny. I think it was just kind of like, I'm lonely. I know this person. They've known each other for a long time. And I think that they just sought comfort in each other and probably talked and hung out and maybe slept together, maybe a few times. But I don't think it was really like this big love affair, like he was going to marry Jenny. And I think Jenny is like, I want to do my career. I want to do me. You do you. And once it got out, I think Jenny was like, I can't deal with none of this. The hatred, the hate train that latched on to Jenny. I think Jenny was like, I want to go to Hollywood. I want to have a solo career. I don't have time to be dealing with Kim Tae-young right now. Like, just let me go out here and do my thing. And that's her right, And I think V was like, I'm going to the military. So it to me, it was much ado about nothing. It was much ado. And they may still talk and they may still be friends. And they may still have like a little crush on each other. But as to whether V and Jenny gonna get married or run off together to Barbados, or wherever off into the sunlight, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't see any of the BTS members getting married anytime soon. I just really don't. I think their lives are way too chaotic and busy. And I want them to get married, and I want them to have babies, and I want them to have all the things. And I feel like out of all of them, maybe RM would want more of a marriage. And I have to see RM's movie. Y'all know RM's movie is coming out. It's supposed to be released internationally like what, later this month. And I want to see RM's movie, and I want to see what he has to say. I love RM. I respect RM greatly. I love RM. Like RM is up there, rap line, rap line. And I want to see what RM has to say in his own words, and him filming over a couple of years, supposedly. And so I want to hear what he has to say, and I think RM has a lot to say and about this industry and his life and his private life and behind the scenes. And I think out of anybody, I think I could see RM getting married and having kids. I think RM wants to be a dad, and I think RM wants a traditional wife. I think it just is hard to do. It's hard to find the right person to be with in that particular industry, in the entertainment industry, period. But to be a K idol is something that's so crazy and so nutty that this person would have to put up with backlash. This person would have to be a really strong girl or guy to put up with something like that. And so you got to think, who's going to want to, the person would really have to love somebody to really put up with that. They would really have to love that person. I mean, they'd have to love that person more than anything to put up with the notion of it's going to be a secret relationship. It's going to be really private. You can't really tell your family and friends, because you never know if one of your family and friends is going to drop the dime on you, because they be snitching. So you're in a no win. I just feel bad for them, because I feel like that a lot of BTS members are lonely, and I think that they just don't know who they can trust. I mean, look, y'all hear about what happened with Jimin, that he had a friend that he loaned money to, and that guy was pretty much part of like some kind of Ponzi scheme or something, and took Jimin's money, his like what, $75,000. Did y'all see about that? Like, it was sad. Like, he trusted this person, gave them money to invest, and they pretty much, this comedian in Korea pretty much like ripped Jimin off. And even though it's not, none of our business what Jimin does with his money, but you got to understand that when you're dealing with a person, whether romantically or friendship wise or business wise, that once something goes south or something goes bad, it's going to end up in the media. So who knows if they date a girl, she gets mad, she gets petty, and then she puts it out in the media, and then she drags him for filth, whoever it is, you know, and then she could just make up lies. Oh, I dated Jimin, and he tried to punch me in the face. I mean, they can make up anything. Because people have done that. And then you got to deal with blackmail. What if you date somebody, y'all don't work out, and you didn't do anything to this woman, and she be like, well, if you don't give me like $100,000, I'm gonna run to the media and tell them that you an awful person, or I'm gonna run to the media and tell them that you SA'd me. Give me some money. I don't think they were sleeping together either. Yeah, and yeah, when they come back, they'll be a lot older and more mature. Um, if it was V and Jenny thing, they knew they could trust each other. They have similar lives and similar interests, and they ran around supposedly in Jenny and V in similar circles. So it's not like they didn't know each other. You know, I think that you think V and Jenny were just friends. I think V and Jenny were dating. I saw some of the videos of them like smooched up, and it was more than just like friends. And then he did that song, "Friends Just for Now." I think that was about Jenny. I really do think that was about her. But like I said, I don't think it was anything. I think V was just being a human being. When you run in circles with somebody, and Jenny's a very attractive woman, he's a very attractive man. They ran around in the same circles. They're in the same industry, and I think that maybe they just hung out. Hi, Ritu. And and it's true. Like Amanda said, they don't have many true friends except each other. And I'm sure sometimes, just like with family, just like some of y'all got brothers and sisters, and y'all have family. Y'all know when y'all be around family too much. When y'all live together and y'all hang out together, sometimes you just want to break. I know my kids, they love each other and they close, but my son has his group of friends and my daughter has her group of friends. And it's not like they don't love each other, but it's just sometimes you need a break. You're like, okay, like we didn't hung out, we didn't live together for years. And I think some of the members probably felt like they just needed a break. They were happy to have this break, but I think they're going to be very ecstatic to come back together. I think that they miss each other. I think that they appreciate each other a lot more since they've having to be in the military and deal with people in the military. And let me tell you something about the military. Look, look, I'm not trying to disparage the Korean military or any military at all. I have heard things about other idols, about their time in the military and how they've been treated in the military, and it's not been good. I've heard about people taking pictures of them, people stealing their underwear, people stealing idol socks, people taking pictures of their particular private body parts, people drawing pictures and sending it to their girlfriends, people selling things on eBay. Like, I've heard all kinds of crazy stories about when idols go into the military. Um, so as to whether BTS has experienced this or not, I've heard that some of the idols are going into the military. They've been bullied, they've been exploited. People have, say, give me some money, I'll be friends with you, buy me this, you're rich. I've heard a lot of stories, especially about when G Dragon was in the military. He came out and told some stories about the horrific things that he's experienced. And when I say horrific, I don't mean like anything criminal, but just him constantly being on guard and feel like he was being bullied and manipulated by people in the military. And so I'm not saying that all of them have experienced this, but I'm just saying the things that I've heard about what happens in the military, it can happen. That happened to a Thai male actor in Thailand. He got close to a female staff member, but she was toxic and asked him for stuff, and she said stuff to ruin his career. Right. So, like I said, you got to be on the guard against staff members, against everybody, because anybody can try to blackmail you if you try to date them or show any interest. They will try to blackmail you. So I wouldn't know, when Jimin did his song, who is my heart waiting for? I really feel like Jimin really wants to be with somebody, but then it's like, who can you really trust though? Like, if you can't even trust one of your friends, one of your homeboys, to give them money to invest, and they rip you off, and then it gets out in the press, and then it makes him look bad, it makes you look bad. It bring all this stuff to Jimin, and Jimin, was the victim of this. But it still, makes it look bad, either way, because you're in the news, you're in the tabloids, you're in, what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to have that kind of attention brought to them, whether it's negative or positive. It's an intrusion into Jimin's private life. So, the idiots saying that they got special treatment. Yeah, they should watch what's going on in the military. You know, they told us not to take pictures or do anything to them while they were in there, and also told us not to go to the discharge areas, and people still did it. People still went to the discharge areas. People still showed up. But that, that's on South Korea for them showing up and not giving them their privacy. But like I said, I just worry. I've always heard things about idols in the military. And like I said, it doesn't happen to everybody. But BTS being the superstars that they were and they are, I just kind of really worry about like what kind of treatment and how happy they are in the military. Because I guarantee you that some of them are not happy being there, and just kind of like, I can't wait till I get out. I can't wait till I go through this. And then some may enjoy it. J-Hope seemed like he enjoyed his time. Jin and J-Hope seem like, but again, out of anybody who's going to enjoy the military, Jin and J-Hope would be the two that I would think that would flourish in the military. Like, Jin and J-Hope are outgoing. They seem friendly. They seem like Jin is very go with the flow kind of person. He seems very positive. Like, Jin's personality is just like, okay, I'm just gonna go with it. J-Hope apparently was a leader. Apparently J-Hope flourished in the military. He was a leader. I mean, he's a leader, dance leader in BTS. He was a leader in the military. So J-Hope apparently, flourished and so far that we know, in the military as well, but they have the personalities for it. I don't know about, RM, with him being more introspective and, but RM, is used to being a leader and everything like that. I don't know about Jimin. I worry about Jimin. I worry about our sweet Mochi. I really do worry about, I worry about our sweet Jimin. Suga is not a military per se, but he is during civil service, and I think Suga kind of lucked out on doing civil service. But yeah, I do think they miss each other a lot. I think that their separation and their time being separate has made them appreciate, hopefully, them as a group and as friends even more. Absence make the heart go fonder, y'all. You know, they and then in the military, they didn't got swallow on. Like, J-Hope came out like, and then V is in the military looking like a whole snack. V is in the military looking like a whole pot of kimchi with some bulgogi beef. Like, V is in the Kim Tae-young went to the military and just became like super soldier, and he didn't got real extra hot. And so he V didn't went to the military and just was like, just did the glow up in the military. Like, he didn't got all kind of buff And I was like, Lord. Now, JK, I worry about JK in the military for sure. JK to me seems more sensitive. JK seems more, I don't know, JK just seems more sensitive to me. He just seems like just sensitive. You know, he just seems like he the type that would get along with certain people and wouldn't. There's a theory that I have about what happened to Yoongi, about his scooter incident, and the reason why, because he was at a restaurant or a bar drinking. And I have a theory about that. I can't prove the theory, but I think the reason why I think Yoongi was possibly at a restaurant, and I don't think Yoongi was alone. I think he was out after his civil service, and I think Yoongi was drinking and out with the guys. And like I said, there's no proof of this, but I really think that Yoongi was out drinking with the guys, and I think something happened for him to leave so quickly. I don't know if they said something or did something or implied something that maybe Sugar didn't particularly like, but people are asking, why didn't he call an Uber? Why didn't I think I don't know what happened or who he talked to or what happened, but I honestly feel in my heart of hearts that Sugar left that restaurant, that bar, that night on a scooter, thinking the scooter was going to be safe, thinking he wasn't going to hurt anybody, knew he was inebriated, but I really think Sugar was in a situation where he felt like he had to go. I think he didn't want to wait to call an Uber. I think he didn't want to wait around until somebody to take him home. I really feel in my heart of hearts when it happened. Like I thought about this and I was like, why would he take off and leave on a scooter? I think something happened that night. I think either he got into it with somebody or something happened. And I think in his mind, his alcohol addled mind maybe that night, and his logical mind too was, I need to get out of this situation and I need to go. And so I'm gonna get on the scooter and I'm gone. Like I really need to get out of this situation. Like this is not a good situation, or I'm in a situation that's not good for whatever reason it was. And like I said, I don't know if he clashed with somebody or somebody said something to him that was offensive, or maybe somebody recognized him and he felt like he had to go. But I felt like Yoongi just had to go because I'm like, why would he leave in a scooter? Why would he just not call somebody? I think Yoongi just wanted to go. And so I think that, yes, he was drinking. Yes, his mindset was kind of like, I got to go. But I think something happened that night that we may never get the truth out of it. But I don't think he was alone. And I think either somebody recognized him or somebody said something to him. And I think he just like, I got to go. And that's the reason why he got on that scooter that night and did what he did. And I think he thought that he was doing what was good, what was a responsible thing. I'm not going to drive home drunk. I'm not going to wait around for Uber. I'm not going to wait. I just need to go. I just need to get away from this situation. And he wasn't unruly. No, I saw the video. He turned the corner. He fell over. He jumped. He stood up immediately. He wasn't drunk or slurring or like they were trying to report it was. And then the cops were right there. Like I said, don't even get me started on why the cops was there. I've heard lots of explanations that the cops patrol that area. Okay. The Yoongi wasn't followed. No, the cops were just happened to be that area. They just happened to, four of them just happened. If you look in the video, there's like four cops. That seemed like they just respawned, like in a video game, how you respawn. They look like they just respawned out of nowhere. So I don't know. Like I said, there's conspiracy theorists out there. Y'all can deal with them that think that Sugar was followed, that think that this was a setup. That I don't know. I'm not going. I don't know. But I think Yoongi left that night because something happened. There was more to this than the story, and I think he thought he was doing the right thing by leaving and getting out of the situation. Like I said, I can only speculate. But I feel in my heart of hearts, because I'm like, why would he do that? Yoongi's not stupid. Yoongi, first of all, Yoongi's a drinker. Let's just keep it real. Sugar's a drinker. Sugar knows how to hold his liquor. Sugar knew where he was at. He know he's in the military, and Sugar's not a dummy. Sugar would not do anything that would jeopardize BTS, and he would have not left that place inebriated unless something was to the situation that either made him leave or he felt like he needed to leave. I don't think he would have left a bar drunk like that unless it was a good reason for him to go. And in his mind, I think he felt like, I got to get out of this situation. I got to go. And like I said, I don't believe Sugar's a dummy. He's been doing this for 13 years. He knows the press. He knows his alcohol limits. I don't think Sugar was reckless. Either something was bothering him that night or somebody was bothering him that night. So something to me happened for Suga to make the decision to get on a scooter and leave. And he thought he was doing the right thing. But I don't think Suga was just like, I'm reckless, da 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 da. Maybe hindsight is 2020 and he see that maybe he should have been extra cautious. But I think Suga thought he was doing the right thing by not driving, by getting on a scooter, by not waiting for a ride. I think whatever happened that night, there was something that was going to go on that was worse than him getting on the damn scooter. So, like I said, either somebody recognized him, somebody said something to him, maybe the company that he was with was saying something that was getting on his nerves, and he may have been drinking, and he may have been like, I'm going to say something, I'm drunk, I'm going to either do something or say something to this person, so it's best for I just to leave. That's my theory. Because, like I said, it doesn't strike me as Suga being a reckless, drunk person. Suga knows how to hold his liquor. I don't care what anybody say. Suga is a drinker. He likes to drink. I don't believe Suga was like so drunk that he was out of his mind and his logical mind. I think Suga knew exactly what was happening and looked and probably looked around the room and was like, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to get out this, and probably thought, this is a bad situation that I'm in and it's not going to end well. I need to go. So I don't know what happened to him that night. And maybe we'll never know. But I don't think that Yoongi just hopped on a scooter because, woohoo, I'm drunk. Hey, I'm on a scooter. I don't think it was like that. I think I need to get home. And I think if his situation would have been, I think he would have sobered up a little bit if he could, and then he would have went home. But whatever happened that night, Suga did not decide to sober up. He did not decide to call anybody. He did not decide to do an Uber. I think he just had to go. So we don't know what situation it was, but it had to be something really serious. That either something that was going to turn out to be very embarrassing, or something that was he maybe was getting angry at somebody, and he thought, if I stay here, I'm gonna pop off at the mouth. Like, I'm gonna yell at this person. I'm in a bar or restaurant. I'm gonna cause a scene. I don't want to cause a scene. You know what? I just need to go home. I need to get the hell out of here. And I think that's my theory, what happened. Because like I said, I can't see Suga being this stupid. I like, when I heard about this incident, I was like, well, why did he leave? That's the $1 million question. Why did Suga leave that night? Why did he leave on a scooter? When he could have stayed and sobered up, when he could have called a Uber, when he could have called, I'm sure somebody would have came and picked him up. Shit, I'm sure he could have called Bang PD. Bang PD would have woke up at 11 o'clock at night, would have been like, Suga, I'm coming to get you. He could have called P-Dog. He could have called somebody, could have came and got his ass. P-Dog would have came and got him. P-Dog would have been like, hold on, Yoongi, here I come. Y'all didn't tell me P-Dog. He could have called Supreme Boy. Somebody would have came. Somebody at HYBE would have went and got Yoongi if they were awake. He like I said, for all we know, he may have called P-Dog and would have been like, P-Dog, can you come get me? P-Dog man, like, man, I'm in the bed. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm tired, dude. You know, he may have called a few people. He may have called and been like, can somebody come get me? We don't know. He may have called. He may have called Supreme Boy. Supreme. Can y'all imagine Suga picking up the phone and calling Supreme Boy? Can y'all imagine him calling P-Dog? P-Dog, yo, come get me, dog. P-Dog like, I'm not even in the country. I'm out of town right now. I'm not even. Click. Next. He called Bang PD. Bang PD like, I'm asleep. Like, he didn't answer the phone. Y'all, I ain't trying to laugh, but can y'all picture Suga just calling, just drunk dialing somebody? Like, somebody come get him. And nobody answering the phone. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to get on this scooter right now. Just take my ass to what part of the country I'm in America? Oh, I love Just One Day. I love that song. He said, P-Dog, come get me, man. P-Dog like, I'm out of town, right? I'm on vacation. Well, P-Dog on vacation. He did. Somebody would have came and picked him up. Somebody would have came and got him. Like, for real. Somebody was available. If he would have picked up the phone, somebody would have came and got him. Like, I don't believe for one second. If he was okay, I think, if anything, number one, Yoongi would have stayed and sobered up. I think understanding Yoongi's been drinking enough for a long time. He knows his limits. He's never been known as a sloppy drunk anywhere, anytime, anywhere. Has Yoongi ever been known as a sloppy drunk? I've seen Yoongi get drunk on video. I've seen Yoongi drunk on video. There's plenty of video out there as Yoongi drunk. He doesn't. He don't take me as like one of these wobbly, sloppy drunks. He knows his limits, and I think that he would stay someplace, stay put, get sober, and then go home if he had the choice. I don't see the need for him to hurry up and go home. There was no need for him to hurry up and go home. There was no need for it. He could have stayed there and got sober. If he was there by himself, just drinking by himself, nothing would have popped off. He would have stayed there, got sober, or he would have called an Uber, or he would have called a friend, and then he would have waited for them, and then he would have left. Or anything, I think Yoongi would have sobered up and then went home. He would have drove him. I don't know whether no one really said whether he came in a car or not, because obviously he didn't come to the restaurant or the bar in a scooter. So here's the other question, kids. How did Yoongi get there? How did he get to this bar? Did he walk there? I mean, it's within, why it wasn't that close, but my question is, how did he even get there in the first place? Did he walk there? Did he drive a scooter there? None of this has never been answered. That, like, how did he get there in the first place? And then the other question was he with somebody or somebodies? And the other question is, if he was there with some other people and they were having a good time, why didn't one of them take him home? So if he wasn't by himself and he was with somebody, even if he was with a girl, why didn't she take him home? If he was with his military buddies, why didn't anybody take him home? Why would anybody like, no, man, don't take the scooter. I will just take you home. And he would have been like, I can't see Yoongi fighting it. I can see him being like, okay, just take me home. Like, I live right around the corner. Just take me home. So why didn't he get a ride home if he wasn't by himself? And then they said that it was after his civil service. So 9 times out of 10, knowing Korean drinking culture, after civil service, they would have went to go hung out. Nobody can convince me that he didn't go and hang out with his civil service buddies. That they didn't, after work, Yoongi, I can't think that Yoongi would went to go drinking by himself. I think after work, he went with his civil service co-workers or buddies or people in his unit or whatever, and they may have went out for a drink. And the reason why they have not said anything about it is maybe because the military told them and said, don't say anything about this. Just don't say anything. Don't comment. Don't say anything that you were there with him or nothing. And so, like I said, if he was drinking with his civvies, his civil service unit or buddies, why didn't one of them take him home? He didn't even live that far. What would be the need for him to jump on a scooter and go home? And like I said, and he was on the sidewalk. He wasn't even that far away from home. I don't understand it. Like I said, that's the mystery about. That's the first thing I thought about in this whole thing. That's one of the mysteries. So, like I said, when somebody talk about that incident, I don't believe that Yoongi was there by himself. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe he was there by himself. I don't believe he just left because he was drunk and just wanted to go home because he was tired. I think no. I think he would have. I've been out places where I've been drunk and been tired as a grown person, and I've stayed there and sobered up. I knew I couldn't drive home. I knew I wasn't gonna walk home, so I just stayed there and sobered up. But I think Yoongi didn't know that him driving inebriated was worth his license being revoked. I don't think he knew that. I don't think he knew that at all. I think he thought that was the safe choice in getting him home that night. Like, I'm just going to hop on a scooter. I'm going to stay on the sidewalk. I'm just going to go right home. And he was almost home until he fell. If he wouldn't have fell over the scooter, we would have never been hearing about none of this. And he just thought, I'll just go home. I'll call it a night. I'll go home and sleep it off. Everything will be fine. So, how drunk was he? We don't even know. There was always those rumors coming out with his blood alcohol level, but all those rumors and those reports were false. They were all lies. There's nothing that's been officially reported about his blood alcohol level. All we can do is take the police's word for that he was over the alcohol limit, which I'm sure he probably was. On the video, he didn't look too drunk. But again, it depends on how you can hold your liquor. Yoongi's a drinker. Like, I'm not going to deny that. Like, I love Suga to death. But I'm just gonna be honest. Yoongi seems like he would drink me. He would drink my little sorry ass under the table. Like Yoongi's a drinker. So like I said, I don't know how drunk he was, but I don't think he was that drunk enough to where his sound mind. He would never hopped on the scooter if he was that drunk. He would have swerved, fell off the scooter, rolled over the pavement. Like I don't think he was that drunk. He did. He hit the corner too hard and he fell off his bike. It has nothing to do with alcohol. Hello. So I don't think him falling off the bike. I saw the video. I watched it over and over again. And he's like, he hit the corner too hard. It seemed it's something that I would have done. If I would have hit the corner going as fast as he was, and it seemed like he may have hit a rock, there may have been something there. Because it kind of looks like the scooter just like abruptly boomed and then he fell over. So I don't know if he hit a rock or a curve or hit the corner, like the edge of the walkway thing. It looks like he hit something and then boom. And then he got right up. He wasn't that drunk. He wasn't stumbling around. He wasn't staggering. But like I said, there's always going to be the question of what, why did he leave so abruptly? And why did he drink? And people just thought it was just a bonehead move. And I thought it was bonehead too. And I thought it was dumb. But I thought about it and I'm like, well, I was like, well, Sugar's not dumb. So there had to be a reason for it. There had to be a reason for him to leave. There had to be a reason why he had to get ghost. There had to be a reason. And I don't think it was just like I'm drunk. I had to be. He knew Sugar knows there's too much at stake that if he would have been caught drunk, even if he was walking, even if he would have walked home, that he know damn well if I would be caught walking home drunk and I'm Sugar BTS, I'm gonna be in deep doo doo. So I think he would have been like, I'll just stay here and sober up, but he didn't. So I don't know if that's a mistake or something made him want to leave. Like he felt like I got to go. I got to go. Like I got to get out of this situation. Or this is maybe he's got an argument with somebody. What do you think about APT by Rose? Hey Manisha. I APT by Rose with Bruno Mars, it's not my kind of song. It's like, oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey, Mickey. It's like that song, you know. Um, and I don't like that song. I don't like the original song. It's very like, oh, Mickey, you're so fine. I don't like that. Sorry, y'all. Mickey fans out there. That's what it sounds like. It's just it's not my cup of tea. It's not like I think people, a lot of the Blinks fans have gotten behind it. I think other people have liked it. I don't know how much non K-pop fans like it. Maybe because it has Bruno Mars. Collaborations do help. I've always said people that you never underestimate a good collaboration with somebody from the West. So I'm glad she got Bruno Mars to be. I watched the video the other day. Um, yeah, we've outgrown. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. Like I like the original, but this is like basically like I wouldn't say a rip off, but like it's the same kind of melody, but just different. And that's just I like the original song by Tony Basil. That video was one of my favorites when I was a kid. It was genius, but I just to come out and do a song and kind of use the beat to it. I just it's just not my type of song. It's not my type of music. Like I said, I like Jin. I like Jin. Jin. I support Jen. I'll be there for you, but it's just not my type of music. I'm a hip hop girl, so it's just not my. I'm hip hop R&B, so right now I'm watching. I like it, so I think it was okay. Maybe people like it. They like it. They don't. They don't. I'm not. I like Super Tuna. Super Tuna is cute. Like I love Jen. I like Jen is cute. It's cute. Super Tuna is just a cute song. It's like a song that my kids would listen to when they were little. So I think it's cute. But Jen, like I said, I listened to This is my peroxide cream for my face. But Jin, I listened to his medley of his album Happy that comes out, and there is some fire on there. Like there are some songs that I love the beat to. Like I love it. Like I was like, that sounds like a good beat. That sounds. I just feel now since listening to the medley, but just just a little snippet of the songs that's gonna be on this album. I'll be there for you. It just feels like that shouldn't have been the first single. Like sometimes these record companies, the songs that they release as like the first song, I don't particularly like. But then when they release the second one be a banger. Same thing with Jimin. I don't like the one that he came out with, with the Samaldo marching band, whatever. I didn't like that song. But when he came out with Who, I loved it. When he came out with all the rest of the album, Jimin's album is fire. But I don't like, ooh, I love you, baby. It's way too K-poppy. It's just way too K-poppy. Yeah, like Super Tune is good for the grandchildren. It's good for the grandkids. It's good for the babes. It's like a cutesy song for kids. But yeah, I don't like. Ooh, I love like I didn't like that from Jimin. But when he came out with Who, and then the rest of the album is fire. Like the rest of the album is fire. Like it's fire. So I look forward. Uh, like I told y'all, I said one of my favorite BTS solo songs, besides anything that Suga does. I'm so biased, y'all. I'm so biased. Besides anything that's on D Day, anything and everything that's on D Day. One of my favorite, "Standing Next to You" by JK is one of my favorites, and "Alone" by Jimin. "Standing Next to You" and "Alone" by Jimin are two songs that stay in my rotation. I listen to them almost every other day. Besides D Day, I love to me "Alone" by Jimin is a masterpiece. Like to me, and that says, and I don't like music like that, but if you have not heard Jimin "Alone," that song's fire. That song's a masterpiece. And I don't even like slow songs. That just tell you how much I like it. I don't even like slow music. But that Face album that Jimin did, I loved it. I love Jimin's style of music. I love JK's style of music. V came out with his album. I listened to it. It's good. I love V's voice, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's just, my cup of tea. You love that man. I love sugar. I love sugar. You know, sugar. But Jim and JK to me have the most beautiful voices, and I like V's voice too. But V's taste in music, and V's supposed to be coming out with Bing Crosby. He's supposed to be doing White Christmas with like a AI, like they're gonna mesh them together, like he's gonna do a verse and then Bing Crosby, they're gonna, splice his voice in, I guess. And V fits Christmas. Like when I think of Christmas, like this is gonna be my first BTS. Like I'm gonna do a whole video talking about my first. This is baby's first Christmas. This is baby Army's first BTS Christmas. This is my first Christmas with BTS. I've never listened to any BTS Christmas songs, and this season, tis the season to listen to BTS. Fa la 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 la. I'm gonna listen to Dynamite Butter. I'm gonna pop on every BTS Christmas video. I'm gonna watch a whole Christmas compilation of every V song that because V did some Christmas songs, and I'm gonna listen to every damn BTS cover song about any Christmas. It's gonna be my first. It's baby's first Christmas. It is baby's first Christmas, y'all. BTS baby's first. It's my first Christmas with BTS, and it's gonna be monumental, y'all. It's gonna be monumental. So I need to hear the acapella version. What is the acapella version? So you fell in love with V's album and his vibe. V album is a whole vibe. There's a song by V. What is it? Serendipity. There's a song by V that is like the sexiest song. Is that Serendipity? The one where he's dancing with the coat in the hand. Oh my god! Like that's a baby making music. Um, do y'all not understand that's baby making music? Is that Serendipity? Oh, Singularity, girl. Yes, Singularity, girl. Singularity, girl. I think I got pregnant just by listening to that song, girl. I'm surprised I ain't had my baby in 9 months. I was just like, where's my baby? Like V gonna owe me child support after that song. I'm like, he owes me child support because Singularity is a sexy song. Like I don't know what he's talking about in that song. I looked up the lyrics and they had nothing to what I was thinking of because to me, Singularity is a sexy, sexy song. Like the way he sings it and the beat and the R&B, it's like old school R&B. It's like the kind of R&B that like my parents would listen to, like back in the 70s or the 80s. Like it's very like dun, 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 dun. Like it's like I'm like like I said, I don't know what he's singing about, but it's a sexy song. To me, that beat, dun, 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 and the way he sings it, and the way he sings it is like in a pleading way. Like, it's like, I was like, oh, V, get back. Don't be breaking my bias, V. Stop it. Like that song is just, that song is just, I am Baby Army. I've only been here since May. Is Baby Army's first Christmas? I think I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna come on here and do it live during Christmas. I'll watch nothing but Christmas stuff from BTS. It's gonna be Baby Army's first Christmas. It's like, oh, it's my first Christmas. I'm just such a little baby. Like I said, I've never listened to any BTS Christmas anything. But I will. I'm gonna hold it back. Like I've been avoiding any kind of Christmas because I want to save it all for Christmas. Like I want to go to bed listening to BTS Christmas. I want to wake up listening to BTS. I want to have my ringtone is gonna be BTS Christmas songs. Like I'm just waiting for the Christmas. I'm waiting the day after Thanksgiving to queue up every BTS Christmas song that I never heard. I'm gonna queue them all up and start listening to them. Tiny Desk concert version. I have seen the Tiny Desk, the Dynamite when they did the Dynamite. Oh, Singularity is a heartbreak song. Is it really? Oh, V. Just like I thought Alone was a sexy song too, and then I realized what the lyrics were. But the way Jimin sings Alone, it's such a sensual song. But Jimin sings anything sensual. Jimin, just get back, Jimin. Get back, Jimin. Back up. Back up, Jimin. Back up, Park Jimin. Back up. Every video I'm like, back the hell up, Park Jimin. I just can't do it. Jimin just the way he sings things is just like Alone is such like it's just I'm like it sounds like sex to me. It sounds like a sexy song. Same thing about Singularity. It sounds like a sexy song to me. What it does, it sounds like a sexy song. It just sounds like he's singing about something that he shouldn't be singing about. You know, V has a tiny desk with a jazz band and backup singers. Okay, well, let's see. Let's look it up. Cause y'all be telling me stuff and I'll be like, cause anytime if Yoongi had like I've seen so many Yoongi videos, like I feel like I know Yoongi by now. Okay, V of AKA the Winter Bear. Uh let's see, let me see. V Tiny Desk. Okay. Is V with the blonde hair? Y'all didn't tell me it was V with the blonde hair. Y'all need to warn me. Y'all need to tell me before I start watching these videos. Y'all need to be like, it's V with the blonde hair. Because V with the blonde hair is a vision to behold. V with the blonde hair is sexy to me. He's so sexy. Okay, let me see. I'm watching it. Wait a minute. I had to get the computer to get my laptop out. Oh, V is looking good. You didn't tell me it was V with the blonde hair. Now y'all should have warned me. I can do V with the dark hair. V with the blonde hair. Oh my god, that's a thirst trap, girl. That's a oh. Okay, I can vibe to this. See, V is a whole vibe and a whole mood. Like I would listen to this at night, like when I'm getting ready to relax. You love me again. I love this song though. Yes, I want you to love me again. Oh my God, sing it, V. He talking. I wish you could love me again. You could love me again. Oh my God. you will love me again. All right, y'all, put your hands up. I like, oh, y'all, put your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Like, oh, yeah, okay. And look at V wearing his comfortable clothes, because you know V always got to wear his comfortable clothes, y'all. You know V got to be comfy. V has to be comfy. Like, I love V. I love his style, because his style is so like, I just got to be comfortable. And V with the blonde hair, baby, is so spectacular. Hi, Lucy. She said, I am so new to this channel. Welcome. We welcome all. We're talking right now. I'm watching V. We've been talking about a lot. Right now, I'm watching V Tiny Desk because somebody recommended it. Oh, look, Yoongi just showed up. Like, Yoongi is here, girl. He's like, girl, I'm here for you. Girl, I'm here. Girl, with you, your dreams has come true. Yeah, right now I'm watching V Tiny Desk. I've never seen this. It's V with the blonde hair who's thirst trapping us all. V is not my bias, however. Suga is my bias. Yoongi is my bias. Can love me again. Oh my, V's voice is very alluring. It's very husky and deep. And I understand why all you V, what do y'all V fans call? Look at Yoongi said. Yeah. I know how much y'all love V. Like, I didn't understand V at first because I was like, he's incredibly good looking, but y'all V fans, y'all go hard for V. Y'all be like in the paint for V. Y'all be like, leave V alone. He didn't gonna do enough. V is so cute though. He is a cutie. Look at the Yoongi down here. Boy, you must be a Yoongi super fan. Look at the little emojis, it's so cute. Look at the Yoongi talking about hi. I would think if Yoongi would ever get on YouTube, which there's evidence that he does, because he does watch YouTube. Singularity is the persona for Swiss Soccer. Oh, is that what it is? For Carl Jung? Would the social face the individual presented to the world a kind of mask? Okay, so he is saying that like it's like a design on one hand to make a definite impression. Oh my God, we're deep with it. I didn't know. Y'all tell me something. I love this. This vibe. Do y'all who recommended the Tiny Desk? High five to you. Like what are y'all laughing about? You can do be on YouTube though, but I don't think he would use his real name. I think he would like come with some kind of covert name. Like, he really wouldn't get on there and be like, "My name's Yoongi, what's up?" He would have like some kind of weird name and be coming on there. Look at the Yoongi. Look. She's biased. Yoongi biased there. Oh wow. Like, yeah, like if you're into jazz music, you into that like neo soul kind of jazz thing, like John Legend. Like, you would like V. I would recommend V. I'm not into this. Like, this is not really my thing. But I do like slow dancing. We slow dancing. It's love music. Like, this is like making love music. This is sexy music. This is like music you want to cuddle up with your boo. But I'm a single girl. I ain't got no man. So, so it's like, okay, V, thanks. Thanks for reminding me of my loneliness, V. It's not a sweater. It's a jacket. This is what do you call it? Like a military style jacket. It's a military style jacket. Underneath, this is what it looks like underneath. This is my top underneath. So underneath, V is good looking, but his personality is what locks people in. Is that that's what lock y'all in? His personality? Ain't nobody like him? Is it true there's nobody like V? Y'all like his personality? Let me lean him and talk to y'all. What y'all like about V's personality? He seems like very different. And I mean it in a good way, but V seems like a whole vibe and a whole mood. Like, sometimes he acts like a little brat. Like, sometimes he acts like a little bratty kid, and sometimes he's very, very cute and childlike. But then sometimes I'll be like, V, what you over here doing? Like, sometimes he act like a little brat sometimes. Honestly, you OT7. Okay, girl, that's good. I support BTS, but Yoongi is my bias. I can't help it. Yoongi would have me in a chokehold. If y'all, like I said, if you're on my channel, Please thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel. If you go back and watch my video, I have a whole K-pop playlist. If you go watch my shorts, you will see it'll be evident to you. Oh yeah, she got a yoongi bias. Like I just, I did a whole video talking about I want to know what it's like. Yeah, D-Day. I listen to D-Day like every day. When I go work out, I listen to D-Day. Look at V. I love V is grooving. V is grooving, honey. Oh, I love this. V is so cute. He is so cute with it. Yeah, I listen to D-Day like every day, every other day. And this tiny desk is so cool. Like he's really, let's see what the comment section. Y'all know I watch these videos, I like to go read it. This got 2.7 million views. It's an honor to sing with V for Tiny Desk. Oh, somebody came and wrote. They were like, it's an honor. He said it was an honor to sing with V for Tiny Desk career. Thank you for having me, Ayana. Oh, she's in the lime green. She said, I'm in the lime green. Oh, she said, oh, you were amazing. She said, so some of the people that are actually in the Tiny Desk commented saying that one guy is like, I'm on drums. Someone said me and my boyfriend are slow dancing in the living room. Like, yeah, that's that kind of music. Someone said, I never heard of this artist. That's why I love Tiny Desk. Nice song and vocals. Like somebody is bringing beat. Where are you from? Where am I from? I'm in America. Can't y'all tell? People ask me where I'm from. I'm like, America. It's an honor for me to play cowbell. Someone said, I'm in the background playing cowbell. And V looks so cute. He looks so cute in this video. Sugar Side of the Sugar is fired. J-Hope low vocal growl is another thing. Oh, Sparkle Queen says meow meow. Sparkle Queen, hello meow 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 to you too. We love it. Sugar is everything. Like Sugar is so. It's so like I don't even know the word. I don't even know the word. But yeah, that Tiny Desk in Korea is great. I appreciate y'all. Have y'all ever seen the Sugar video, the Music Academy video? Have y'all ever seen that? If y'all have not seen that, look, I found that by accident. Like somebody was like trying to tell me that Sugar did like this like 17-minute acting thing. And I was like, man, you're lying. And then I went online. If you look up Music Academy, Sugar has that. He has all that charm and that aura. My cat is right here. If you look up Music Academy Sugar, it like his acting is good. Like he should be an actor. And I've seen him and do like other actor love the little things. My cat is right here. Like Sugar has all the charm. I didn't know we had to say that in the chat. What is in the chat? What are we talking about? Oh, V is mature, quirky, sincere. He loves music, all kinds of music. He doesn't suffer. Is that what y'all like, V? V is such an odd duck to me. Like, and like I said, in a very endearing and sweet way, but he's very aloof to me. And I guess that's not appealing to me. Like I like my men kind of aloof, but then I like him kind of like shy and sweet. And V strikes me as being shy and sweet, but just kind of aloof. Like he just seems like V is a whole mood and a whole vibe. And then I went online and I watched like whole compilations of V, and then I was like, okay, I kind of get it why y'all like him now. I said I kind of get it. Like once you watch a whole bunch of videos of him, just being a whole mood, like he's kind of bratty. Oh, your kitty is scratching you. What is we doing? You know, and V has talent, and Yoongi has lots of talent, but Yoongi has so much talent that it's just like overthrows like my senses. Because Yoongi can play the guitar, he can play the piano, and then Yoongi has that chubby, like little chubby face, like he has those chubby cheeks. I like my men. I don't like my men all pointy pointy. Like I've said this before, I don't like pointy pointy men. Like Felix from Stray Kids. Like people love he's too pointy. He's kind of like an elf. Felix from Stray Kids is undoubtedly gorgeous man, but he's too pointy. Like I don't like pointy pointy, pointy pointy. I like chubby, and I like the cat eyes. Like I like the eyes that are real cat like, and I like my men with the face that are little. They got little chubby cheeks. I find just adorable. Yoongi was adorable. Like when everybody thought Yoongi was cute, and I was like, okay, y'all go ahead. I was like, they were like, oh, Yoongi became hot like once 2021 hit and he grew out his hair and he did his solo and all the women were like all swooning over him and they calling him Daddy Yoongi. I said, baby, he been Daddy Yoongi. What you talking about? He been Daddy Yoongi in shit in 2016. I was like, in 2016, Yoongi was daddy. He was daddy in 2016, honey. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? He was good looking then. Like he was sexy then, even with his short hair. And I was like, oh, Yoongi's so cute. I was like, I guess y'all definition of cute is definitely to me, Jungkook was cute. But to me, there was nothing cute about like 22-year-old Sugar. To me, 22-year-old Sugar was hot. Like there was nothing cute about him with his short little hair. Like he had cute ways, but I'm like, I child, I see how he was fitting in them pants. Baby, y'all see the way Sugar was fitting in them pants? I was like, y'all was thinking he was cute. Miss Kiki was not thinking he was cute in 2016. I was thinking he was sexy. He was hot. Okay, what do I speak Hindi? No. Why would I speak? No. I only speak a little Korean. I don't speak any Hindi. So yeah, I've been thought that Sugar was deliriously attractive. Like charming and deliriously attractive. Like I didn't think like he was like everybody was like, oh, he's cute, like he's a little teddy bear. Or he's cute, he's so cute, he looks like a little anime character. I was like, oh, okay. Is that what was cute? One word for it? Cute. They thought he was adorable and cute. And in the way he would do things and be like a little grandpa, they thought he was cute. I was like, I guess if y'all want to think this man's cute, it wasn't cute to me. I was like, y'all see the way he fit in them pants? And y'all see when he stick his tongue out? I was like, that ain't it's not my definition of cute. It's my definition of like daddy. Yeah. Like I don't care. Like, oh, he's so cute. I was like, mm. All right, y'all. I just kind of went with it. But Sugar was open 2013, girl. Girl, I wasn't trying to say it. I was not trying to say it. But yes, Sugar was fine for me in 2013, baby. Sugar was open in 2013. He sure was. When he's talking about I want big cars and big dreams, I was like, I was out, girl. I was on my computer, like, okay, how old is he in 2013? Is he legal? Is he legal? Is he legal? I like before I say something nasty. You know, Hindi is an Indian language. Yes, I do know it's an Indian language. I did a video about India. It's on my channel. But I was like, yeah, not grandpa. Yeah, they call Sugar grandpa. But in 2013, he was talking about and like again, I have never seen none of these videos. I saw like Bulletproof and all these videos and No More Dream. I saw these videos like literally in June of this year. I had never seen this video. So I'm just sitting there watching No More Dream going, what? I was like, let me look up how old he is right here before I get myself in trouble. Before I go to jail. then I realized he was over the age 18. And I was like, I think Sugar was like 19 there or 20? 20 in the No More Dream video? Y'all see the No More Dream video? How old was he? I was like, let me look. I said, look kind of young. Let me just look in there real quick. Let me get on the laptop. I'm like, oh, you hate it when they call him grandpa? Yes, you're an army. Yeah. They hate when you hate when they call him grandpa. He moves like a grandpa though, but it's cute though. I think it's cute. But yeah, that No More Dream, I was like, girl, I had to make sure we was good. I didn't want to be, I didn't want to be like people looking at me all side-eyed while I'm over here going, I'm like, wait, let me verify the age first. I was like, let me verify. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle V, R, M, and JK are my biases, but I like D-Day the most. It is the only one that I don't skip any songs. Yeah, I love D-Day. I love the videos. Y'all, like, I had to check these videos because like I saw a video and I was like, oh, JK, he's so cute, he's so good. And then my sister-in-law was like, he's like 16 in this video. I was like, oh, he's so cute, like a son. Cause I'm used to seeing the JK when he grew up. I'm used to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. At the end of the night, I'm gonna be effing you right. That's the JK I know. The JK running around Calvin Klein ass with no damn shirt on. That's the JK I know. So when I went back and watched No More Dream in June of this year, I was like, oh, JK. And I was like, he looks really young here, but he's still cute. And then my sister-in-law was like, do you know he's 16? I said, well, okay, moving right along. I was like, moving right along, JK. I can't be looking at you like that. That's 2 years like my son's age. So I was like grossed out. I was like, I'll wait till he get a little bit older before I start, looking like that. You was snatching hard. I'm telling you talking about I want big. I'm telling you, I had to be like. Then I realized that he was like 20, and I was like, okay, I'm safe. Safe. Amen, Jesus. Amen. Because, I was like, I'm safe. Okay, I can lust after him rightly. But Jimin and JK, they was too young. They was too young. But then again, I never lusted after Jimin. Like Jimin is the type of dude that I find that's ridiculously appealing and attractive, and I see why y'all like him because I saw his lives and how he be giving y'all like them flirty FIs. I see how Jimin be looking at the camera, y'all. Jimin be on his lives talking to you like he talking to his girlfriend. Like I mean, really, like Jimin, do you have to talk to Army like they all your girlfriends? Like he be talking to you the way your man be talking to you on a video call. Jimin be like, hey, it's me, Park Jimin. Like, what are y'all doing today? I'm like, why are we talking? I'd be like, Park Jimin, why are you talking to us like this? Why are you talking to like it's way too like familiar? Like the way he be on the live, he just be talking to y'all like, I say y'all, but us, he be talking to us like he's your girlfriend. And I'm just like I can't I like when I watch Park Jimin lives, like the old lives, I feel some type. I'm over here clutching the pearls. I'm just feeling like I'm having an intimate moment. Like I'm just like I'm talking back. I'm watching the video on YouTube and talking back to Park Jimin. Why are you doing the video? I'm like, baby, what you doing? Oh, baby, what you eat today? I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, baby, I miss you. Like I feel like I'm having a conversation with my man if I had one. I feel like it's a boyfriend girlfriend conversation. Like there's no way that Park Jimin is over there giving me those flirty F me eyes. And he's over there like, what y'all doing? Hi. What are y'all so I'm like, Park Jimin, yeah, Park Jimin, Jesus Christ. I was like, don't be over there giving me giving them sexy eyes and be all talking to me like you know me. I mean, every time he be in the camera like this, like, hey Army, what y'all doing? What? So, I'm just like, why is he talking to us like this? Like, I'm looking around like, is he talking to somebody else? Are you talking to me? Like, you talking to us? Maybe talking to somebody else. Somebody got you rolling. What's the truth? Girl, I can't be watching them videos. I'll just be like, I'll be like, ooh, baby. I'm telling you, I'll be talking back to the camera like we in a relationship. I'll be like, baby, what you doing tonight? So you gonna come over? Oh, wait. Yeah, JK took a bit of notes too. I remember JK did a Weverse live, and then somebody was like, marry me. And he was like, well, you can't handle me. And he was like, you can't handle me. I was like, then he on camera drinking, and he over there looking, and I was just like, JK, yeah, I feel like, again, like I was talking to my boyfriend. Like we was just live streaming, having an intimate moment. Like we just having a private time, private conversation. Again with JK, that too. I started talking back to the camera. I was like, baby, what you doing? What you eating? What you cooking right now? Is it some ramen? Baby, you folding your drawers? Baby, you done your laundry today, baby. Like I start talking back to the camera like he's my real man. I was asking what he had for dinner today. And then JK working out, and I was like, oh, baby, be careful. Be careful, baby. Be careful. Oh, did you hurt yourself? Do some more squats and sit-ups. What do you mean? I live in Texas. I was like, oh God, I can't, I can't be watching them. Like, I just can't. Like, even when Yoongi does his lives, it's cute, but it's not like flirty cute. I mean, it's cute, but it's not like, like he talking to you like you his girl. Like, he's really just talking to you like he's talking to a friend or a fan or something like that, but so Yoongi, he kind of talks to you, and he like spaces out and kind of reads the comments, and he kind of spaces out and reads the comments. But when JK and Jimin talk to you, it oh my God, my stuff is falling. When they talk to you, it's really like, it feels really personal. And then that kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. I kind of feel uncomfortable. I was like, are we really talking here or what? Because like he must get from Jimin. Like, him and Jimin, they must like, go to the same school. Hello, Pooja. I don't understand, honey. I don't understand Hindi. JK said, yeah, he said he's hard to handle. Yeah, and he's like, I'm hard to handle. Can you handle me? I'm like, is that a challenge? Is that a directive? I'm hard to handle. I'm like, where are you from? I'm live in America. Pooja, I'm in America. Suga has a bit of a sexy swag though when he gets on a deep topic. Because I sat there and watched like an hour and a half thing where he did like a Suga like a radio show when it was like DJ Suga and he did a radio show. I find it was so cute and so endearing. If y'all have not seen like the DJ Sugar thing where he reads like people's like people asking for like love life advice and people asking for life advice, and it's kind of he's at a radio, like he's supposed to be a radio DJ, and he's reading like people's questions and stuff, and the way he answers them is like so endearing and so mature that like it made me fall in love with Sugar like even more. Like, I just watched that just like 2 days ago because I had never seen it before. Somebody recommended it, and it's like an hour and 45 minutes of just Sugar like answering questions, giving love life advice, giving life advice, and everything that he gave. I totally agree with. It was like spot on. Like, the love life and the life advice he gave was so wise. It was so cute, and the way he answered the questions was just like, just Sugar just folding his arms and going, well, like the way he talked is just so like very matter of fact. It was so endearing. So if you're not seeing the DJ Sugar thing, look it up on YouTube. And it's like a treat. It's really a give you insight to Sugar's personality, like, and the way he thinks about things, and everything he said I agreed with. Like, every advice that he gave, I was like, that's mature, that's spot on, that's mature, that's spot on. Especially him giving love life advice. It was kind of like very eye opening to hear him talk about like, well, if you love somebody, you need to be brave, you need to go for it. And, it's just different stuff he was saying. I was just like, this is why this man is great. It was very cute. It was very cute. It's very endearing. But anyway, I've been on here 3 hours and 36 minutes, y'all. I didn't expect to be on here that long. But we've talked about the Grammys. We've talked about J-Hope updates, Jin updates. We've talked about Min Hee-jin. We've talked about people's solo projects and albums. We've talked about the music industry. We've talked about a little bit of everything. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm fixing to go get me something to eat. I'm fixing to go clean my face. Y'all see, I got this face stuff right here. This is the Jin stuff that I did a video on that's on my playlist. This is the Laneige face stuff that Jin endorses. That, as you can see, I love it because I just got a little bit left, and I'm gonna use that tonight and clean my face. I got another live stream to do on my other YouTube channel, so we're gonna see how that goes. I need to see what time it is. Let me see what time it is here in America. It is 11:16 p.m. So I guess it's not that late for me to do a live stream and watch this episode. I watch reality shows on my other channel, but I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate Army. Like Jen say in my Jen voice, Army. I appreciate everybody being here, and I appreciate y'all just coming on here and us just talking. Like, I like to just talk with y'all. Like, like I do have a plan to set things to talk about, but then y'all start talking to me and we start talking back, and I just really enjoy it. What is my other channel? My other channel is the name of the channel is The Infamous Kiki. That's my other channel. That's my monetized channel. That's my older channel. This channel's only been around for about 5 months. So it has grown leaps and bounds in just 5 months. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna post the video about the Grammys. I'm gonna do a short about that. I'm gonna post a video about Thanksgiving. I'm gonna post a video about that. I'm gonna post I got some other stuff I'm gonna post about like the guide to K-pop shorts about like K-pop terms, K-pop things. Because like again, in my last video, I talked about a lot of us being new and we don't know where to go. We don't know it. So I'm gonna try to provide some clarification and just give y'all the basics, especially the people that may be new to K-pop, new to South Korean music, new to BTS, because a lot of us just don't know. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate y'all. Oh, I appreciate you, Moonlight Goth. Loves Mochi Jimin. I love that name. When do you go live? I go live mostly on Saturdays and Sundays because that's the only time I have time. I only have time Saturdays and Sundays. I don't have time any other time because I work a regular job. YouTube's not my job, girl. Yeah, I work a regular job. I got 2 kids. I have another YouTube channel. I work a lot. So the only time I can go live is on Saturdays and Sundays. And usually it's either or. I don't do both. It's either Saturday or Sunday. Time most of the time at night, my time. I'm Central Standard Time in America. So if I do go live, it'll be like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night when I'm settled down for the night and my kids are settled down. Then I come on here and sneak on live. So hi, I appreciate everybody. Um Maritza Lopez. I appreciate it. And so I appreciate everybody here. Like I said, it's been fun, y'all. I have nothing but fun with you guys. You guys are the best audience I've ever had. You guys always come when I talk about BTS. All of you armies come and flood my channel, and I really appreciate it, y'all. But stay tuned. Like I said, I got a lot of videos. Even if you don't want to subscribe, go look at my playlist. Go look at my shorts and my videos and things that I post. If you have any suggestions, put it in the comments. You have any things that you would like for me to watch? I will watch it. I have not watched. I am new to this. I'm baby army since May, really since June or July of this year that I really started getting into BTS. So I'm very brand new. You have a great weekend too, and the rest of your night. Um, yeah, and stay safe and healthy, you guys too. I appreciate you guys. Much love. But I am fixing to go get me something to eat and do my face. Y'all have a good night. Bye.